Yo, Geico, gotta be Freeman, gotta be Freeman. How are you guys doing? I just took a nap. I have been taking several naps as of late. These naps have been consuming me. Give me a second, let me put on some music. Okay. I'm gonna go with something simpler, that way I can help focus on working on commissions since I am super behind now. So I'm catching up though. I'm catching up. There's just one big project I need to do, but I need to finish up everything around it so I can focus on it. Run out of names. Oh no, I have I have names, but I just thought I'd be clever. Because I don't think I used the I'm running out of names title yet for my drawing stream. But I have tons of names still to go with it. Like I have stream, then I have like help, I need some help stream. Then I have like, wow, I can't believe he's doing this again stream. And would you guess, would you look at that stream, right? I have a lot of dumb ideas. Daily stream, yeah. We could do it into journal logs. We literally have unlimited titles. Glad you did get some rest. Yeah, I won't lie. This last week, it's kind of crazy too. I don't know how to describe it. Like I talked about it last night on stream, but I guess it's give me a second. Turn this down. There we go. But yeah, I just been dealing with some toxicity, I guess you could say, in the family. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I won't lie, because like, you know how like you know when something's coming, right? Like, you know, like all the pieces are setting up for a monopoly, right? Or you know the pieces are setting up for mahjong to get a full house. I forgot what they call it in mahjong, but it's like when you set up all the pieces and everything falls just right and you get like the highest score, right? That's exactly what's happening here. It's like I could see everything is pointing towards a singular meltdown, right? And I won't lie, like I've been kind of living in anxiety for the last few, like today and yesterday, about like a phone call, right? Not the thing is, it's nothing to do with my father. Funny enough, my father is doing well. In fact, he's improving. It's just someone toxic in the family. You know how I said there's a Lele in my life? I have a hidden sister! This is the reveal! Hey Ash, how are you doing? First on Twitch? Yo! Yeah, so I'm basically just on the brink, but I was listening to some videos and I'm trying to like take care of my mental health. I've been trying to listen to videos about like, kind of like, I guess, acknowledging things and kind of dealing with things, right? So, and I've been like getting into contact with resources because I know things hasn't happened yet, but the anxiety is kind of grinding me down. So I've been trying to get in contact with resources. I need to get back to them. I've been busy for the last few days drawing, so how bad could it be? I mean, honestly, I won't even be as bad as half the stories I read today. I think it's because like it's one of those things that it's individualistic crisis. How should I even put this? It's like trauma, I guess you could say, PTSD, sort of like that. Base title, base. That's the thing. It's like it may not seem a lot on the outside talking in, but it's a lot for me because like I guess it's because I know 100% of the circumstance. And while it's not like, oh, there's murder or anything like that, which is good, it is a very anxiety reducing thing, you know? Found a fairy VTuber, so Winx. That's interesting that you mentioned that, because I think I did a thumbnail for someone that was focused on the Winx Club. Interesting enough. Person you were talking about lately seems pretty bad. Yeah, it's hard to say though, because like I care for them. Like it's the most difficult thing to say and do and talk about, and you know, because like I care for them because they're family, right? And I don't want to turn my back on family, but at the same time, it's, how should I put this? Like for the last 6 months, I've been taking care of 2 people, I guess you could say, myself and somebody else emotionally, and trying to make sure like everything's okay, right? So that's where I'm at. You sent it over. I hope things go smoothly. I'm doing my best, honestly. I'm really just doing my best, and I know like right now I'm really I'm really on the cusp. But I'm glad I'm able to stream, so things have relatively normalized, but I could still see it. Oh, that's cute. That is definitely Winx Club. I haven't seen Winx Club outside the characters, so I don't know much about it. Let me see. No, like I read about a report, so it won't be as bad. Those were bad. I think that's the thing though, like it is not as bad, but I feel like comparing it to other traumas and other things is kind of how should I put it, undermining the effect it's having on a person, if that makes sense. Like I get it's like one of those things, because I know like this is something people do to cheer me up too, which is to say like your situation is not so bad, look at this one, kind of thing. But it is one of those things that like it undermines the overall feeling of the person who's going through it, you know? And I know you don't mean to be like, you don't mean it in that way, but it is one of those things that everybody has their own interpretation of situations. Winx and Barbie, I get that. I haven't really seen much Barbie either. I haven't I'm not really much of a Barbie. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm not much of a Barbie person. Thanks, Addicts. But yeah, I won't lie. I've been just doing my best. I've been just buckling my nose down and just focusing. And I think the rest of the streams this week, if I stream, is just gonna be focused on commissions, right? In fact, I should probably finish Fufu's commission, but here's how this one's going. It's starting to look pretty nice, isn't it? I have 4 out of 7 done, so I have 3 more to go. You know? It's coming out really good. I kind of like how it came out. I never thought I would be able to do like monsters. Like monster girls, but it's coming out pretty cute. Right? Both this creepy one and the cute one. I thought you'd be a creator of the Barbie fan club. I know how it feels. I was blamed for my grandmother going to the hospital. Yeah, I think that's the thing too. It's like it's grating, you know, especially when people, because I'm having a similar situation where I get blamed, but only in a moment. It's hard to say. Like, it's one of those things that there's good moments and there's bad moments, but the bad moments kind of really are difficult. I should work on Fufu's commission. Give me a second. I'll find Fufu's. Where did that Fufu commission go? Where did it go? Do I have to just pull up a sketch like last time? Sometimes I need to like organize 5 files. Oh, that reminds me too. Speaking of organized by files, I'll say it after I find this file. Earlier in the month? Was it on my tablet? I mean, honestly, it isn't. When I think of situations I read about, it's God evil. But it's not like it means nothing. No, I get it. I get it. But I do think it's one of those things that, you know, I don't know. I guess my situation isn't that bad, and I probably shouldn't feel as bad for it, but it is like just grating on me. I get the, you know, there's a whole world of things happening, especially like, I don't know, I haven't really followed with Twitter, but hey yo, how you doing? Because someone's suffering doesn't mean that you can't suffer to another reason. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm trying to look for, give me a second. I'm like looking for this file while I'm trying to read chat. I need this file. I have no idea what I named this file. Is it could it be in the same one that I had here and I just didn't take out the sketch? Did I just like leave it in here in this one thing? Let me see. No. I forgot I made this. What is it about people with chibi doki feet? Give me a second. I gotta really find this file because let me see. Maybe if I type in Fufu. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay. I gotta finish this one. I need to get it finished by Monday. You shouldn't feel bad if you got disenfranchised. What do you mean by disenfranchised? Subway and Moana ad? What? Would she like eat fresh and then like get in trouble? Oh yeah, I think she wants piglins in the back. I love Chibi's content. I haven't actually really seen much of Chibi Doki, but I know she's a good fellow. Like she seems like a good gal with a what's it called? A good head on her. Like I was just listening to a video of her talking about how like being a VTuber is kind of like being in high school, which I totally agree. I think I mentioned this before. Like there's a lot of like aspects of some VTubing communities that do feel like a high school. Alright, let me go finish this one up. This shouldn't take too long to finish up. I need to pull up a reference. Disenfranchise? Like isn't disenfranchise like related to brands? When are you gonna do that with Sorty? What? Kill Sorty? AI viewers! Oh! AI viewers! Oh man! Give me a second. I need to get a reference of PP Slayer. I can't believe this is her name. Alright, let me go get a reference of PP Slayer and pull one for Fufu. Shared health? Oh yeah, shared health. Wouldn't it be funny if we had a whole server shared health thing? There we go. Alright, got my references. And she said she wanted piglins in the back, which is not the hardest thing for me to redraw back there. Okay. Boost server. Whole server shares inventory? We should do that. Can we? Is there a mod for that? Like all stupid drama? Like all stupid drama? Yeah, like all stupid drama. It's a fun challenge as long as a long-term thing. It's as a challenge, as a long-term thing, it could be annoying. I think it'd be pretty funny. We're just like farming and or doing our own thing and everybody dies. It doesn't have to be a hardcore server too. It could just be just like a regular server where we're just all connected by health and maybe even inventory. I'm filling up our inventory with stone. At least watching drama sometimes interesting. Yeah. There's been a lot of things happening. I saw that situation with Deem. I don't know which side to lean on, but I could tell like both of them are just like all over the place with their stuff. It's hard to really say, but I do find that situation is kind of crazy. Shared health only, please. Oh man, imagine we have shared inventory, shared health, shared items, shared equipment would be really fun. I'm putting Curse of Binding on all our stuff, all our leather gear. The world is a crazy place nowadays. Just gotta do your best, you know? Alright. But I'm gonna try to focus hard because I do have a lot of things I need to finish up. There we go. I would say focus hard, but the reality is I'm just gonna still yap to you guys. But the music is relaxing, the ambience is set. I am ready. You know what I hate about like the new Twitch thing? I don't know if you guys see this, but there's like this advertisement window that keeps on moving my chat and it keeps like catching my eye. Like, do you see this too just as much as I see this little advertising window right here? Like, this top part has been bothering me because all the advertisements that are going across it are not aligned, right? So sometimes it would like change screens and it will push the chat down and it makes the chat look like it's moving, but it's not. And it bothers me and I can't figure out how to close it. Like that, right? Like it did it now. How do I get rid of that? That has to be like the most annoying like change they have done because it keeps catching my eye whenever it changes my chat. Because it looks like someone's saying something in chat and I had to look back at it. Shared Pokemon health status too? That'd be great. Is that on Twitch? Yeah, it's on Twitch. YouTube doesn't have it. And it just keeps advertising all these things like, oh, help me earn points. Give me some bits. But I have not done any of that. No points, no bits. While doing rush comms was nice because it arrived. I'm gonna try rushing limit. No worries. I don't think right now I could do any rush comms. Like, I'm trying to like if someone asks me for a rush comm, I'll probably the latest day is probably going to be the 24th. I could probably get it done. I have to check my schedule. But yeah. I feel like though I get why people do rush comms is because they have a specific schedule. And if I could help them with that, that'd be great. Okay. Let me get this done for Fufu though. Gotta say though, I'm noticing like a lot of people are having a rough June. Something about June is really tough. Like I guess it's like the January and June. Maybe it's because it's the first month versus the halfway point. Because technically, when you think about it, we have hit officially the halfway point of the year, you know? Oh yeah, speaking of which though. Okay, which has nothing to do with halfway point. The other day, when my friend was over, they were getting rid of their computer, right? And it's actually a pretty good gaming rig. The only thing is the RAM is only 16 gigabytes, but I ended up buying it. It was like 850. No, I said 750, but it had a 4060 and it had I forgot what the processor was. So I'm gonna have an upgrade. Oh yeah, it's an SSD. It's a 1 terabyte SSD. So I'm gonna try to like transfer my stuff as soon as I can, but we might have a new computer rig on stream. The auto snooze feature was driving me nuts. Hey Varen, auto snooze feature. What auto snooze feature? But I might be able to play better graphics on games on stream. Only thing though is the RAM is still like 16 gigabytes, and I could probably get a better RAM sticks. But yeah, RAM is really expensive. I thought it was a pretty good price for this 750 that I spent. And the thing is, I'll probably sell my computer to one of my other friends for like 500, right? It's not, my current computer is not the best. I think it has a 3040, right? And the terabytes on, or not the terabyte, the SSD is relatively small. I think it's like 512. That's only like 1 or 2 games nowadays. That's only 1 Grand Theft Auto game. But I think my friend also wants to get in. 500 is a pretty good price for what I bought this for, which is like 1,000 something back when a couple years ago. But it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. I was considering like taking out the RAM and putting it in my computer, but yeah, I decided not to if I'm going to sell it to my friend. I hope I didn't actually get traumatized. Traumatized? We are in the 6th month, yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the new computer can handle. Maybe I could play Monster Hunter Wild. How are you? Dying. Super dying. Like triple dying. Oh my gosh. I haven't been dying this hard in so long. I'm having this life sucked away from me, drained. And not in a good way. But I'm gonna try to survive. Don't die. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. But I know like some client VTubers are also going through it rough. Like when I reach out to some of them, like, oh yeah. And they're like really busy and saying things are happening in life, so I don't know. I guess it is because it's the halfway point of the year, but I hope all my clients are doing well as well. There you go. I feel like 2026 has been a really sucky year. How about you guys? How's your 2026? You know what? Let's retrospect. Let's kind of look back at the year 2026. How do you guys feel about the year 2026 right now? Have you gotten like to your New Year's resolutions that you want to do? Have you forgotten about them? You know? How do you guys feel about it? Personally, like, I want to say it's been half and half. Like, 2026 has been a good year business-wise. I've reached out to a lot of new clients. I've gotten a lot more work. I pretty much have a good number of bigger name VTubers like hiring me, which all good. But I have to say, like, the relation, like the stuff that's happening with my father and my mental health could be better. 2026 could be burned in hell. It sucked, but there were some good parts. It's a year. Yeah. But I wonder what my New Year's resolutions are looking like. I wonder if I've been achieving them. It's kind of sad too, because I was kind of hoping to reach like more on my YouTube and maybe get monetization this year. That way you could have funny emotes onto the YouTube chat. Cover, so good things. That's good. That's good. Sometimes things just take time too. Sometimes it might start out bad, but who knows? Maybe the later half of the year it's gonna be really good for me, right? I have a passion, a burning passion to finally sell things into cons and stuff. So once I organize everything with the commissions and everything is organized with my father, I am gonna try really hard to at least try to get to a con by the end of the year. Time to migrate and become Rammies. Don't do that though. I would say like I want to make it on my own accord, because the thing is like I feel like if I cheat the system to get YouTube monetization, then I don't deserve YouTube monetization. You know what I mean? Alin Khan? Alin Khan on these! But yeah, I'm all about that. What's it called? Trying to reach the goal. But I do want the emotes! I do want those emotes. I wish I could just like make emotes on YouTube. I'll say half and half, but it's mostly because nothing good happened, but nothing bad. That's good. Like, nothing bad happening is always a good thing, you know? But the way I always see it with something good happening, you gotta like make your own good things sometimes, right? So, how's Alan going? I'm surviving. I'm still like anticipating a phone call. I know later on I had to deal with some stuff, right? So, the thing is like nothing bad has happened yet, and sometimes I wonder if it's just me. Sometimes when it comes to these like the mental health stuff, and I'm wondering if it's just me. But then like everyone around me telling me it's not me. But sometimes it feels like it's just me. Like me like overthinking situations, and there's a possibility that could be the case. I am the type that overthinks things. I just try to push it to the back. That's me being pedantic. Relatively. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that means like the rest of the year could be better, you know? You could figure out a plan, try to get your goals done, your New Year's resolutions. Let me see, I need a reference for Splurting Blood. I need to see how we can make Squirt Blood look. But we were just listening to some chill music. Squirting Blood. Okay. Blood. Splatter? Bloody. How about we use Bloody Nose? I feel like Bloody Nose is kind of the aspect I'm looking for. Like I want to have it so it's like splurting out of her head, but I'm trying to figure out a good Let me see. A good splurt. Okay, that didn't help. Nosebleed. Where's the Mario screen when you need it? I always need it. Okay, is there like no nosebleed? Let me see. 1 second, my dog. You! Look at this! Look, what's this? What's this? You! There you go. Even dog. Don't have goals, resolutions, or dreams though. You know, it's never too late to come up with some fun ones. Even if it's just like tiny ones. Give me a second, I'm gonna eat this candy. I could use a candy. Dog, slap him until he works. I am working, I'm just looking for references. There's a phone call. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for taking so long. I knew that phone call was gonna come, and I knew it was gonna be a 50-50, but I'm glad I won the 50-50 because it was just good news. It was just good things that happened, so things are better, so that's a lot less anxiety on me for the next few days. Ooh, he returns. Yeah. Let me catch up with chat. Let me see. What were you guys talking about on Twitch? You lost the balls to do it. Wait, what? Okay, let me go back up. Flowers, blah blah blah. Hey there, we lost connections with the Rabbies. Oh yeah, I guess that's the point. Dog was talking on the phone, blah blah blah. We run the stream, Mario Scream, okay. Planet Attack, how do we make Alan wear a maid dress? Bottle, Action Kitty. You guys have to contact Action Kitty yourself if you really want to. Would never. I can dress up as a maid outfit if I wanted to. Alright, let me go catch up on Twitch. Phone call, dad lost black groups. Hopefully nothing bad. This could be a very insensitive comment. It's okay, I get it. The internet's full of jokes, so I don't take it personally, right? So, I think that's the thing. Like, if someone says something on the internet, I want to say around 90% of the time they're just joking. And if the 10% they're being serious, then they're not somebody I want to associate with, you know? Kind of socially inept, it's okay. You are as socially inept as the other people I had to deal with. So honestly, you're pretty good. Oh man, if you think you're socially inept, wait until you like met that one friend that I had that like couldn't take romance cues. But yeah. Welcome back, thank you. Yeah, who said your mom needed to be a maid dress? What are you planning? Okay, guys. No. I thought I already say. I thought I prefaced everything that you guys are going to talk about. Just say no. Tripping? No, shut up, Grimoire. I meant that as a joke, but I realized that could be bad, so after getting called that someone died, yeah, I get it. It's one of those things too, like, you never know the situation. So, and I can't even blame you for it, because it's one of those things that, like, sure, I'll get irritated, right? But I can't, like, get super angry at you to the point, like, oh, this person's terrible. Because it's one of those things that sometimes some black humor can help with things. Is it black humor or dark humor? I think dark humor. It's like when you talk about like macabre things, it can help things kind of feel a little better. I mean, that's what I learned from like a history thing. 5-minute doodle shot. Didn't you redeem a 5-minute doodle already? How are you redeeming another one? But yeah, what was I saying before that? But yeah, I'm glad that everything went good. So that's a lot less stress on my mind. I was like worried about the 50-50. It's like a Genshin Impact thing. The moment you realize life is just full of 50-50s is when you feel a lot better about things. We had the power to piss off Alin to the lady president. It's okay. What do we do the opposite? I'm so glad you're here, Sorty. I really appreciate your presence. My longtime viewer. Actually thinking about it, I was like listening to a video and it ended with like thanking all the Patreons users, right? And I was thinking like, what if I did that? Like, I thank all my longtime subscribers on Twitch. It's like, thank you for the 72 months, Sorty. Thank you for the 25 years. Better. Should I feel better considering I keep losing 50-50s? You should look at it also like a karma thing, where it's like, where you have bad luck in one side, good luck shows up on the other side, you know? That's the way I see it. So if I get bad rolls in gacha, I know something good's gonna happen to my life. But I know if my gacha rolls are really good, then something bad's gonna happen to my life. And it always seems that way. It's stable, it got better? Yeah, it definitely got better, right? I think things around me just got better, which is good. So all the anxiety I had about this phone call is gone. But I knew this phone call was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be a 50-50. Like I said, I know how to predict these things. Going through that through life right now like that. Wait, going through that right now in life, yeah. Just win the 50-50 forehead. Me always getting everything on the batter within 3 pulls. Speaking of which though, I got when I was pulling on Stella Sora once again with the free tickets they gave me, I got another character from the standard banner. I think I'm only missing 1 character. I've gotten all the characters and the limited character that I could get within my ability except for 1. And it was only on the initial free stuff they given me. You started still a story? Yeah, I started over the weekend because I needed something to do to kind of keep my mind off things. It's very cute. I like the gameplay. I definitely like the gameplay. I like the art direction. The story's interesting so far from what I gotten, right? Losing memories? Man, couldn't be me. Haha, hee hee. But yeah, did the currency rate got better? I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was like before, but I've gotten a lot of currency and I've been getting a lot of currency and I just keep on rolling. And I like how the main banner gives you like a kind of like 10% refund that you could put onto the weapons banner, which is really neat. I like that, right? But I think part of the thing too is like I've gotten pretty much every character. It's been pretty generous. Like I got one from a selector, but other than that, you definitely be an amnesiac protagonist. I would be the type that would be amnesiac, but I would pretend to be amnesiac. But actually remember everything, like Shiori novella. Like Shiori novella in Recollection. But yeah, the game has been pretty fun so far. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying like using the free characters they gave me. I think Amber's pretty cute. I think Amber's a cute name. Noya's pretty fun, right? Only thing though is there's a couple things I don't like. Like I don't like how sparse resources are. It feels like you really just can build one team and the rest is just going to be slowly built up over time. It feels like that at least. I do like how low the level rate is, but I hate how everything's... I hated this too with other games. I hate when everything's locked behind what level you are, right? Which I get why they do, but it really sucks. It's because like I can't really make a final build or end game build until I reach the highest level. So I have to like rush through the levels, right? How much money I spent? 0. I don't spend money on gacha games unless like I plan to play it long term. And I don't know if I'll play this long term. I just picked it up over the weekend just to give it a try, and so far I've actually been enjoying it, but I am in the honeymoon phase, which I learned about like recently from stream or videos I've been listening to, right? Gameplay's pretty fun though. I like the Vampire Survivor-esque feeling from Monster Cataclysm. I like the agency of having to dodge the moves, because the autoplay is a thing there where you could just like have autoplay go on, but autoplay only just auto puts your attacks. So your character will be standing still just taking all the hits. So I like that I do have some sort of player agency, something that requires me to play the game, because if I don't, then I'm just gonna die because my character just stands there for autoplay. Just uses attacks to stand there. And how level locked everything is. Okay, Final Fantasy XIV is not level locked, it's story locked. So with level lock, the reason I don't like level lock is because it just requires you to grind to get through things. Story lock is like, it's just treading you across like the rest of the story, you know? And I think there's a difference between the two. It's quite fun at the start, but I got bored only running one team. Yeah, I'm actually building like a team for every element. And I realized that like some characters can actually move into other teams, because like there's some things like you won't be able to trigger marks, right? But they have like still buffs for the main tracker, right? So like I noticed like if you look at some of the potentials that they have, some of them have just general attack increase. Like it would be better if you have a monotype, but some characters, like I have one that's shared support, because technically their potentials can increase the main tracker's like attack or defense or provide them a shield. So while I may not be able to do as big damage because I won't be able to get the what's it called, but I'll be able to still play other elements. Can you build endgame equipment while starting? Are we talking about endgame equipment in Final Fantasy XIV? The only thing that you really need it for is just the Savage rating. Like you can really get by with whatever you want. Most people just go by story equipment. There's like a lot of story equipment they give you, so you don't really need to worry about equipment. Like literally, Final Fantasy XIV is the most on-rail story experience you can have. And everything else is on the side. If you want to like do raids and stuff, that's when you have to start gearing up. When you want to do like all that stuff, yeah. But everything that's unlocked is by story, and everything on the story is literally on rails. Even the dungeon. Did you use the Femme Tyrant? I wanted to be the male OC self-insert, but I went with the female tyrant because the female tyrant is very, very cute. Okay. Let me show you guys how cute the female tyrant is really quick. Like, I cannot resist how cute this what's it called? This female tyrant is. Look at her. Is she not the cutest thing, especially compared to the guy? Is she not adorable? Like, look at these two. Like, if you had to choose between guy, male generic MC versus cute, am I wrong? From a non-player? Nuh-uh. Have you been spending your time building endgame gear in a game that doesn't really have much endgame gear? She's got a lot of fan art, yeah. Yeah. I had to pick her. She was way too cute. And the thing is too, she has some really cute like emotes. Definitely Alin character, very. Like the thing is in her story mode, let me see. She's very cute because she makes all kinds of dumb faces. She looks like, yeah, I'm so serious and all that stuff. But then she pulls out this face. It's like, she's literally a character in herself. I like her. Look at this! Is she not the cutest thing? Why would you pick this over the male MC? Am I right? Am I right? Give me a second, let me go grab my dog. Dog agrees, dog definitely agrees. But yeah, I won't lie too, that's part of the reason I kind of want to play her. Mad she wasn't a unit, yeah. You know, a lot of times these kind of games, they eventually add the main character in, they add a main character as a unit, like in, what's it called, ZZZ. Should definitely get ZZZ, Norma and ZZZ then? Who's Norma? Let me see. It could be resumed by I Like Woman, and it'd be the real steak. Let me see. What does Norma look like? Norma ZZZ. Is she a new unit? She is very adorable. I kind of want to get her. But then again, I missed that bunny girl. I should have got the bunny girl. I never really installed ZZZ. Is this a new unit? A Labubu. I should probably have return gems. She's next banner. How do you guys feel if I became a ZZZ streamer? How would you guys feel about that? Bunny was free, I know, and I missed it because I didn't get around to installing ZZZ around the time. I feel like the game would have done better if the Femtrion was an Irona character. I don't know. I think it's actually interesting. That's like apparently like there's like different branches in the story, and you can have like your character. Like, it doesn't feel like the main character is just like a self-insert in a way. It feels like the main character is its own character that you get added to. Vivian moment again? Yeah, we're having another Vivian moment. Alright, chat, we're gonna pull it again. If I get this character, I will, what's it called? How far are you? I just passed the tutorial. I have been just mostly doing gameplay stuff. So, but I have like looked into some of the stories of some of the characters, and I think it's kind of cute. Also, like, I like how you can go on dates with them. You're a drawing streamer? Yeah, I am a drawing streamer, you're right. Because as far as I went, there's no change. I did chapter 1, I believe, and there was like a divergence in one of the things where like if you chose a path, it takes you to a different one. Sure, it has the same ending, but yeah. It still has the same ending, but the fact that they built something like that is interesting because it entails something more later on. And if you look on the bottom right, there's personality traits for your character. So I haven't seen it skewed yet, but depending on your choices, I imagine it'll determine what kind of character you have. I don't know if it's resettable though. We're same. There's some special things, like I took a Gregory? I forgot what her name is. The really hot nun. Let me see. I took her to the cave and we found a grave, and I found it interesting that she, what's it called? She essentially she essentially did her job as a nun. But chat chat So there's some differences, but it's not like the biggest difference. But I thought it was cute. And the cafe dates for some of them were pretty different. I guess it must have changed. I don't know, but it's only been like 6 months, I think. I don't know how long the game has. Whoa! Whoa there! Whoa! Executes you, whoa! Is Hanako, she got to sisterhood? Is it? I thought Hanako was like, yes, sexy time. She's more like, I'm gonna whip you and you're gonna like it kind of thing. But also like corruption. Can we ban Grim? Whoa, yeah, she's a very interesting character. I really like a lot of the characters that I got, and they're pretty cute. Like I also got like Freesia, which is kind of like this delivery girl, but she's also like quiet, but then like she has a berserk trait where her attacks get really stronger when she uses her ultimate and she goes berserk. Find you a woman that's willing to kill you. Speaking of which though, okay, Pokemon Champions came onto the mobile phone, right? I haven't had a chance to download it, but you know what bothers me? Look at this, guys. Look at the new battle pass, and I'm tempted to buy it, but then I remember that in Pokemon Champions, I'm a male character. Why did I have to choose to? Why did I choose to self-insert? I can't use this new battle pass, which is Iodo's outfit. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Like, not Iodo, Canary's outfit. I really wanted to get Canary's outfit. Like, I was like, wow, that's actually really cute. I wouldn't mind doing that. But I remember, I'm a male character. Why do I have to self-insert? Why do I self-insert? I can't wear this. I can't wear this at all. It's very complex person, I imagine. Like, what's it called? I noticed like there is some complexities to a lot of this characters in a lot of games. You said you can stop? Me, I'm not wearing that, chat. You can't convince me to wear something like that. You can absolutely wear that. That's a solid no, chat. Maybe it was my Laphel from Final Fantasy 14 because like Laphels look very similar between male and female. It's like there's like small differences between them, which is just the ear color. But other than that, it's literally just a male character. I think you can pull it off. The thing is, like, I wish there was a gender switch button. Like, sometimes I love it when games have a gender switch button because then, like, I could switch genders on the fly. And it's like, okay, I get to wear this outfit for a bit and feel cute. But then, like, I switch back. When you're free, check Hoyoverse chat. Let me check. Let me go check. What did you put in the Hoyoverse chat? What? Okay, okay. Maybe ZZZ is a good game. How is ZZZ? Alan says he's free. Shut up. Shut up. Her swimsuit is not a swimsuit, but it's interesting philosophical conundrum? What? I'm still trying to play Blue Archive, but right now I've just been doing like spending my stamina. And I'm still having a hard time figuring out what to spend my stamina on, but I'm trying to like push more story missions. I think I'm on episode or mission 13. So I've been needing a blue team, so I've been like using my stamina just to raise my blue team. But yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to play Pokemon Champions and get the battle pass and get the Canary outfit, just in case in the future I'll need it. Right? When they finally add Dynamax and like Z moves and the rest of the battle items, maybe I'll play it a lot more. But I don't know. Can you use assist on those levels for Pokemon Champions? I don't mind just playing Pokemon Champions. I actually enjoy Pokemon Champions, and I have all the Pokemon for it. BA? Assist? Oh, assist, like the asking for assistance? I don't think you can. That's why I have to raise my own characters. I think you could do it for other modes, but this one you can't in particular. Put on the outfit? I'm not putting on the outfit, chat. You don't need specific colors, really? Because aren't they blue weakness? So wouldn't it be better for me to use blue weakness on blue? Stupid. Yeah, stupid. It's just giving me an excuse to raise every team though, because I know I didn't really have a team color. I just like raising units, honestly. I think that's the thing I like about playing gacha games, is that there's so many characters they give you. It would be a shame not to raise them all, right? Or at least like raise them high enough that the way they're usable. That's my take on it. And that's what happened with Genshin Impact. I used every character. I would raise all my characters to a specific level. That way they're at least usable whenever I go into open world. It's either blue on blue or the one that has no changes, normal damage. Ah, but you can just hit them more with other students. I won't lie though, I'm barely clearing it with blue. It doesn't help too. I think the mission is like level 70 enemies and I'm only like level 59. Something like that. I don't remember what it was. So I definitely need to take advantage of weaknesses at that point. You actually can't do that with Blue Archive since the resources are scarce if you want the max. No, I know. Like, in other games it's kind of fine, but in Blue Archive it's not, and that's part of the reason I didn't really like Blue Archive as much, because I like racy characters. But I try to find a good middle ground. That way I can, like, I want to use everybody. Like, what's the point in having all these characters if I don't get to use them, you know? So sweep as soon as you have stamina. That's what I've been doing, and I've been mainly doing on equipment, but that's really all I've been doing. I just log in, sweep, log out. But I like using all the characters. Like, even in Genshin Impact, I like using all the 4 stars, even if some of the 4 stars aren't useful. Did you upgrade my cafe? Yeah, my cafe is level... It has 2 cafes, and the second one's level 2, I believe. So, I get like, after a night's rest, I get like 100 or so stamina. You get to use them, but only sometimes. No, I get it, but I feel like what I like to do, especially in gacha games, is because usually gacha games aren't designed to be really hard games. So at the very least, when it comes to events, I like to make up a team just for that event based on the event story, you know? So it's like, okay, so this team is, or this is focused on, like, in Blue Archive's case, it's like, oh, I'm gonna use the problem 68 solvers, I believe that's what they're called. Like Aru and her team. This is an event focused on them, so I want to use them, you know? That's, like, I know it's dumb, and I know it's a waste of resources, but my enjoyment from the games just come from being immersed in the games, mostly. So like using the correct team for things, kind of stupid. No, I won't lie. I'm 100% sure it's stupid. I did that in Genshin Impact too. When there was a event focused on a specific character, I would switch the characters to it, right? Except for the 5-star, because I never had the 5-star. But that's where a lot of my enjoyment that came from, just like immersing myself into the events and such, right? Blue Archive gives the story relevant characters event item bonuses. I mean, there's that too, honestly. I mean, popcorn for my palm. Oh, did you guys see? Did you see the? I know that came out recently, and I have not watched a single episode of Digital Circus, but I'm kind of curious how it came out. I always like seeing how people react to the finale of things, because more often than not, people are usually disappointed. How was the finale? Maybe we should do, like, isn't the Digital Circus now like fully complete? Maybe we should do a watch along on it. It's on YouTube today at 5. Oh. So 5 PST, 5 EST, 5 JST, 5 CST. What time is that? Just like Deltarune, I just stay away from circus fandom. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Just stay away from the fandoms, just enjoy it, you know? I think the thing is, fandoms are usually a mess, and I'm noticing that more and more. Like, there are so many fandoms that are so crazy, and no matter how good a fandom looks, something always will, like, kind of set them off. I haven't really seen one good fandom that really lasted. But the fandom for media you love, yeah. It kind of makes you fall out of love with it. And it makes sense why. There's so many people with differing opinions and everybody, like, clashing with each other, right? Stay away from the Alin fandoms. Yeah, you guys are freaks. You guys are freaks, right? I'm telling you, not that you can't build students, but you haven't unlocked the max commission, so you can't farm EXP. No, I get that. And if anything too, my yellow team isn't that great. I think the only spread I have for is Momoi and Nonomi, I believe. I was afraid the whole time. Stick to the poop posting side, yeah. I think the thing is, it's good to be in a fandom that takes it surface level. But I feel like fandoms that take things way too seriously, like they're talking about, like, say, oh, this character should be shipped with this character, or this character is this age, or oh, this character would never do that. I wouldn't involve them with them, honestly. Fans, yeah. I think the thing is, like, a lot of them can be kind of hardcore fans, but a lot of fun is just from being silly, enjoying the characters, all that stuff, right? Just enjoy the story, enjoy the silly characters, and don't treat it like it's real life. I think the biggest one I could think of, okay, I don't know if you guys used to be on 4chan like I used to be back then, but Katawa Shoujo got really popular, and on 4chan, Katawa Shoujo had a really big fan base, right? To the point where they would make generals every single day talking about Katawa Shoujo, right? And I don't think that's bad, but a lot of conversation just really devolved into like the character, not really the characters, but just like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. I mean, it was good at first, but it just kept devolving as time went on. And I think that's just the result of something just going for too long. Big hot intaking. Certain popularity, that always happen, yeah. I think it's good to enjoy things kind of like at arm's length, in my opinion, right? Right? I think it's good to like be like really like something, but not to the point where your whole identity is revolving around it, if that makes sense. I guess you could say like Disney adults, Pokemon adults, things like that. Don't let your let that item be a thing you like, but don't let it become you. I guess that's the easier way to put it. Shippers are fine if you don't take them seriously and get angry. I think shipping is cute. I like shipping fan art, but the moment you start like this saying like this ship is not right or anything, I think that's a wrong direction. The whole point is just people to have fun, you know? Even if you want it to be like your non-canon ship, right? Like the whole thing with Sakura and Sasuke and Naruto and all that stuff, it's like, okay, I get it. You know, there's a canon ship, but you know, people can still have their imagination. Too many people try to join it. I think that's the case too. Yeah. So I think really enjoy your fandoms from however way you want to, you know? Don't let other people tell you otherwise. The moment someone starts policing you about something, you know, and you start like listening to it, is when you start losing your love for fandom. Enforce their headcanons? Yeah, exactly. Sasuke x Naruto, always funny. I think it's funny too. And I think like there are people who legitimately like that, right? And I don't care if they do. I do, in my opinion, it's kind of funny, but you know, they're free to do that. They like Sasuke and Naruto. They can do that. So who are you shipping with you? Nobody. I'm a lone wolf, chat. I don't know if you've seen my backstory, but I'm a lone wolf in MMOs. I'm like that one guy in Destiny that played single player the whole time. Destiny 2 single player. I made me understand shippers, and I wanted to strangle them for it. How so? Yeah, I mean the thing is too, even me saying like enjoy fandoms at your own risk, you know, if you guys like your fandoms, you like your fandoms. I think more than anything, I just want to encourage people to be free thinkers, you know? Like what you like, do what you want, and as long as you're not killing somebody, you should be fine. He's a lone wolf, don't need no girl. I am. Where's my pack mates? Alright, chat? We should rebrand. Okay, we're gonna get a wolf outfit, and we're gonna rebrand from being the sheepies to the wolfies. We're all gonna be lone wolves together. Can I get a awooga from my lone wolves? Awooga. Most popular ship, rivals to lovers. Is it like Cecilia and Ina? Thank you, my wolf. Awooga. Come to me, my wolves. Just kiss already? Can't be killing one of these days, alas, I know. What kind of society do we live in? As Batman Joker would say, we lived in a society, Batman. And then he proceeds to like pull out a Pokeball and said, there's no rule against Pokemon, Batman. And he's like, Joker, you sick freak. And I love when it comes out. There we go. Why else everyone, of course. Yeah, I think that's the thing too I hate. And I think it's just like people are feeling more and more entitled. Is that when people force what they want, what they like, and onto the creators of the story, that's a no-go, right? If the people want to make it that way, let them make it that way. And if it's like something that's like bad, then let them make something bad, you know? Was part of alternatives? Yeah. I don't know. I think it is what it is. Kind of like how we force you to be a femboy. Yeah. But I'm never going to be a femboy, chat. I'm sorry to say. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Maybe there was a time in my life. But the answer is no. A solid no, chat. You have no choice but to accept the truth. That's the thing though, I noticed with fandoms and communities. you act a certain way, and then like, and part of the reason I don't like fandoms is because of this. You act a certain way, and soon you'll find people that are super annoying who think that's like the norm. I try to think of like a community that does that, but there was like a community that did something like that where they act one specific way, but they do it unironically. Then they found people that are like that, thinking that they're among friends. There's a term for that. There was like a saying for that, but it happened in a community. It was like everybody acted really, really stupid. I'm trying to remember, it was a game, but then like they found people who acted just as stupid, but they were doing it non-ironically. Undertale? I think Undertale was one of them, but there was another one, right? I mean, it could be argued too, like Katawa Shoujo was one of them too. Like people who really cared about the disabled girls. The Origin of Flat Earth, that's a good example actually. People who like pretended Flat Earth was real, and then they found like other Flat Earthers who believed it. That's definitely a good case. But I feel like that same thing is happening with some fandoms, where people are, you know, acting LMO unironic in a specific way, and then they're getting like a whole bunch of like toxic people in it because they think that's the norm. It's interesting. I think the important thing is just make sure that you are self-aware. Don't be a sheep. I think that's the important thing. Persona, I think Persona is a good example too. Like I know Persona has a fandom where people like joke about a lot of things, like oh Kanji's like this and Yosuke's like this, but then like it became actually real. Oh, and like Chie and Fistake. Like I get it was a good joke, but everyone's like Chie's all about meat, and it just made that deflanderizing. That's the term, deflanderizing. Where like the Flanderizing becomes the norm. Chie is not like, Chie likes meat, but she is not like meat all the time. She is more than just a slab of meat. Fandom when like 80% that haven't played it, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's why I think that like when you start acting like that way, and she's also Kung Fu, yeah. People start like doing it unironically to a point. We're sheepies and rammies. Yeah! Be a wolf, chat! My wolves among us! Art Real is a good one as well. Yeah. I've been seeing that though, like, a lot more in fandoms, and it's kind of scary, right? And that's part of the reason I try to disconnect from fandoms, because I know that's kind of inevitable. A woo. Another 100 years in Naruto discourse? Yeah, Persona 4 is coming out, the remake. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm just gonna enjoy Persona 4 if I get it, and just re-enjoy playing the game. I am just gonna 100% ignore the fandom, because I think that we are in a weird place nowadays when it comes to fans and stuff. So, I mean, you can believe what you want with Naruto, but don't force it on people, you know? It's sort of like art. You can interpret it however you want, but if you start forcing it on people, then like that's when it becomes a problem. If you really want to believe that with Naruto, fine, you know, enjoy yourself. But don't like change my view or what the creator's view of it is. How baby easy they made it. I haven't seen much of it, but I think Persona 5 and further has really down the difficulty. Persona 5 was super easy to navigate the dungeon. I had 0 problems navigating the dungeon in one day, right? I.e. compared to Persona 4, where I'm literally like resource managing to ensure I have enough MP to make it to the very end of each run. So it's like the first one is like, oh, say, get to the part where Chie gets her persona, and then like go back out, right? But Persona 5 made dungeon crawling so easy that like I could clear it in one day. Unless I make it hard mode, right? They made a thing that gives you free turns with skills and enemies are weak to everything. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because like the original Persona games were a bit more kind of hardcore-ish, but they have been going a more casual direction with the newer ones. Like if we look at Persona 3 especially, like the original Persona 3 was a lot more of a hardcore game than people let it, like, you know, remember it for. Because like in Persona 3 you had to worry about your partner's like conditions, you had to make sure that they're good to go to the dungeon, and if not, they're gonna stay out the night. You have to worry about exhaustion because your characters will get tired dungeon crawling, so you can't really just clear in one set without having some difficulties. Things like that. You really had a tight time schedule when it comes to your social links. Games are way too easy. They are, but it makes sense why, you know? And it's mostly to reach out to a broader audience, right? And I can't blame them. I do think that like people should be able to play these games, but I do think that they should have like what Atrian Odyssey did, which is they have a classic mode where the game plays like the old classics in difficulty, and then they have the modern mode. I really like Persona or Atrian Odyssey for that. The fact that, oops, I really like, I didn't mean to show her. I really like how in Atrian Odyssey, like if you really want to play the way the game was intended to be, you could just go to the classic mode. Make easier, not the whole game. Yeah, that's why I said like, you know, classic mode versus modern mode. Give us iron mode, no save scumming, delete save on death. I mean, there are games that are like that. Like Fire Emblem has that. Fire Emblem has this classic mode as well, where if your unit dies, they actually die. I don't know if the later games have it, but I think they do. Right? But I know like Revelation, that series of games, Fates, I think they were called, the Fates ones. Those ones had what's it called? Classic mode. And I think it's good that games have, in my opinion, I think games should have a casual mode for players to play through the game. But I also think games should have the classic mode, the difficult mode that was originally the difficulty that the creators intended, you know? So that's my opinion. I think it's not a bad thing that games do get more available for players. But I do think it's a bad thing when they change the game flow to match the new player base. The way they do it with Persona, they just make the whole game mega easy, not just the low difficulties. I think part of it is because they're trying to change the mechanics, right? Part of the difficulty that comes from some games is the mechanic wise. Like if you look at say like a game like try and think of one. I guess Persona's like the best option, right? But Monster Hunter is a good one. I was thinking about Monster Hunter recently, and I get like the newer Monster Hunter, especially at G ranks, are difficult, but like in the original Monster Hunter, there was a lot of clunkiness that added to the difficulty. Like, oh, I forgot to eat, so I had to go back to town. Or, oh, I'm just gonna go power through because I have this combo that's gonna wear off after this battle, you know? Or, oh, I drink a potion and my potion makes me go buff my arms. And I love that. I love that. Like when Monster Hunter man character drinks potion and then like does the arm buff thing. I really love that. And I get why they changed it so like, oh, you could drink potion while walking and then you no longer do buff animation, right? But in exchange you have to you have a slow regen on it. John Monster Hunter, yeah. Same with John Dark Souls. In John Dark Souls, the Estus Flask is a good example. Like in the latest ones, you can like walk around and drink at the same time, right? Kind of like defeating the purpose of like the cost consequence of drinking your Estus Flask. Like a good baton pass and those things. I think it's mostly like just to make it look more flashy, you know? It's definitely to make it look more flashy. But they're appealing to a different audience. That's their main goal with it, really. But I get it. I get everything that they're doing, and I don't think it's a bad thing. But I just hope that they include a higher difficulty to kind of match with the new game modes and stuff. There we go. Can't believe Fufu killed PP Slayer. Not the PP Slayer. There we go. From the promo video Vine Time, it gives you free turrets on top of reducing the cost of skills to 0 and attacks bypass. Yeah. Don't you have to build up a meter for that though, if I remember correctly? So it's like supposed to be like your burst. Like in some games, it's like a burst mode. But I get it. It's definitely something that I didn't think Persona really needed. I think Persona was doing pretty good without a burst mode. But it'll be interesting to see. I hope they like change the difficulty because of it. New revision completely now. Oh, did you beat it? Was it enjoyable? But then again, when you think about it too, like Persona games are pretty easy to kind of conquer as long as you like know what you're doing. I guess for newer players, thinking about it, like I was thinking about like if I was to play Persona 4 again, I probably would just like get Black Frost, get Mind Charge. Power everything down, get a good healing persona, get a bunch of items. Like Thinking about my experience in Persona 4, it wasn't actually that difficult. Now I think about it. Absorb specific elements, absorb physical. But yeah, I get it though. I think the thing is though, like for newer players playing, say, Persona or Zelda would be difficult, or like a lot more difficult. I think that's gonna happen with Ocarina of Time too, with the Ocarina of Time remake. They're probably gonna dumb down a lot of things. Like I could already see the water temple being like adjusted, which is kind of always like surprising for me because I never really had a struggle with the water temple. Even coming back to the game again, not like recently, but when I did it on stream, I did the Master Quest water temple and it wasn't too bad. Oh man, my brain's getting a little confused with everything here. Problem is not adding stuff to balance it. No, I get it. They're trying to aim for something more flashy and easier. They 100%, that's the 100% direction they're going with. And they're trying to make the game more easily available. I think Persona 3 did the same thing too. Like, they made Persona 3 much more easily available for players to play through it. Which I get. They want people to experience these games, especially the ones who weren't hardcore. I think it also is a difference in generation and gamers. I would say like back then, gamers were a lot more hardcore. They were like, yeah, I want to go up to this challenge. But I think nowadays, gamers are much more babies. Not a bad thing per se, but I do think like gamers nowadays like do really need their hands held. Not as a bad thing or anything. Oh my goo goo baby little gamer, you need an easy. Do you need an easy mode with your game? Oh my goo goo baby gamers. I was thinking about that with Omnimusha too. I remember I had some struggle with Omnimusha. Same with God Hand. Big Souls 2 had stand still until you finish the drinking animation. Yeah. I still gotta play Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 looks like it'll be fun. Time to play Persona weren't in very official ways. I think I'll buy them one day. Dark Souls 2 is indeed the best. I'll have to give it a try. I heard it was like the worst, but I don't think like it looked bad. The only thing I think that I'm annoyed with is like you have to level up a specific stat to increase the iframes on your dodge roll. But other than that, problem with Persona is that it's very easy if you actually bother with basic mechanics. Yeah, they really just wanted you to experience the story. I think Persona 3 was probably the most difficult of the Personas. Not like the Persona 1 or 2, I haven't played those, but Persona 3 was definitely the most difficult. The original one. And that was because you didn't control your characters and you really had to plan around what your characters will do. The amount of times with a certain game I play with where characters can't figure out how to do objective more complex and kill things, yeah. It's interesting too, because like nowadays games are being designed with those people in mind. And I get why, because they're the majority. But we have been skewing away from a hardcore audience. Like difficult Ugu gamer. Ugu. And I get why. I 100% get why. Where you tool like 1/4 damage and deal 200% more. We are no. Oh, I just realized. Did I do everything on the same layer? Okay, gamers. Now's our time to rise up. Now's our time to rise up, chat. Okay. Same layer. This is the hardcore world you're waiting. Shaving for his goob. It's over. This is my cancelable arc. Cancel me now. Strike me down or so I may die. I was gonna keep them on separate layers. That way it's easier for me to manage. You know what? Screw it. I'm putting them on the same layer. I don't have time to clean it up. Nobody's gonna notice except me. And then when I had to clean it up, no canceling, Alan. As long as like nobody asks me for the files or asks me to make any revisions, then I'm good. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes. Heard PP Slayer is a fun VTuber. PP Slayer is a good name too. Do you guys like my VTuber PP Slayer? Stabs you. Let me turn on a fan. It's starting to get hot. Let me go check something really quick. Let me go check my VGen messages. I've been like looking back and forth in my VGen just to make sure I answer, because I feel like people are going to start messaging me soon because of my delayedness with commissions. So I'm just making sure to look at everything. Just making sure. I've been busy. I've been super busy. And what else is new? There we go. Where's the art, Alan? No, don't ask me that. Where's the new thumbnails? We've been reusing the same thumbnail for a whole 2 months, guys. I don't know if you noticed on the YouTube channel, but that art thumbnail has been the same one for 2 months. I mean, at the point where there is no challenge in the RPG aspect, it makes the social aspect less important, like Y level social link, for the story. If you aren't fusing, mostly for the story. But I know like old time social links were very important. There we go. I kind of didn't realize. She has some really thick eyebrows though, but I think this is like PP Slayer's like iconic thing. She draws herself too, like PP Slayer. She draws and rig herself. Why are you holding a sock on Twitter? Oh, that like I ran out of like drawings to post there, so I just posted assets. I was like, oh, what should I post this time with my message? All right, I'm just gonna take whatever I find and just post it. Because I've been reusing the same faces over and over. I haven't drew any new Alan in a while. So I had to like just take whatever I got. God dang it. Yeah, I haven't drawn Alan in a long time. Alan doesn't exist anymore. I don't believe in Alans. I don't even know how to draw Alans. Not a real streamer. So I just have to start reusing things, like, unless I want to keep posting the same thing over and over, which I hate doing. This is what we call planning on the fly, you know? Do you think people notice? Let me check on Twitter really quick. Do you think people notice that I just posted that and they're like, what the heck is that? It's one of those like art pieces. Could be a cool Rocky found, it could be. It definitely does look like a cool rock. I actually didn't know what it was when I was posting. I was like, you know what, let's post it. Points, yeah. I don't think it's working anymore because I haven't been here for a while. I haven't really done things and I had to set things up again. I'm telling you, everything's a mess, guys. It's over. The arch of Alin Laphel growing to actually being a VTuber is over. I'm just an artist now. No more points for me. Yeah, everything's a mess. Everything sucks. So rip someone's head off. You try to be right, no compromise. I forgot how that song goes. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit, or you're gonna be living with a big fat lip. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. Free commissions, apologize. some gacha games get apologems. You guys get apolocoms. Check your mailbox right now. Check your mailbox for compensation. Wouldn't it be fun if we turned my stream into like a gacha game? You guys have like little mailboxes for gems. I had to send you like free gems whenever I don't stream. He mailed you a pipe bomb, yeah. Resources the level of your characters. Is there a way to do that? Like I saw there was like that little thing, the one where the little characters are walking across screens. Can I turn that into a gacha game? Do you think potentially I could turn that into a gacha game? Hear me out, right? What if there's like, you use your sheep cookies and points to roll gacha for cosmetic like outfits or characters that you can like change your character into? And they're all designed by me. How does that sound, chat? Good idea? Bad idea? I think the huge problem with it have easy or bad directions basically makes you not engage with the RPG. The other thing too is like, it may be easy to us, but do you ever consider like it may not be easy for some other people? Like, I had to take that into perspective too, because like my friend's been watching people play Pokemon for the first time, and I realized like watching like them telling me about it, people who never read an instruction guide or completely disconnected to everything actually do not understand what Pokemon are in the type chart, and they struggle to actually understand it. And I imagine that with like people who do Persona 4 or Persona games for the first time, that with all these mechanics, they'll still have a hard time. Hey Pixelu, how you doing? Did you have a fun debut? I'm back. I talked about all my trauma and I trauma dumped on chat earlier, so you got to avoid that. We all know the most avoided for Persona players to take a bath. Welcome back, King. Thank you. It's ooh, life's a mess, but I got a phone call on stream and things have gone better, which is good, so I could stop being so anxious about everything. Could turn Alice to NFTs. Can I have the drama tump? Okay, so let me go. I was gonna say something really, really bad. I was gonna say like, okay, open your mouth. But I resisted saying that. Hello. But yeah, the gist of it is that I had to deal with a toxic person for the last few days. It was getting me anxious. I knew something was gonna happen. I got the phone call, but it turned out I won the 50-50 and it was just good things. Nothing bad happened, right? So anxiety's over. So, but I was like super anxious. I was like all over the place. I didn't have much time to draw, so now I'm 4 days behind and now I'm playing catch up. You know, trying to monetize the stream, make us all play or all pay. Yeah, they could always play on a lower difficulty where people struggle to die. I mean, even that, like, people still find a way. And I realized that like people are not very adept at games, and sometimes I wonder if it's just our own personal experience that makes games easier, like Pokemon especially, right? Then I saw someone like playing Halo for the first time and I realized like a lot of people don't actually switch weapons. They just like keep one weapon, right? Then I saw like some other people play some games. Like the thing is, we view games from a very experienced game vision, like game review, that a lot of players who actually play games are actually not really good. Alan trying to monetize makes us all. Oh, wait, who is it? Let me at them. Was it Swordy? It was especially Swordy, but it was just family member. I talked about it with the Andy and Lele stream. There's a family member in my life that basically is just Lele, right? They're very toxic in a way where they manipulate people around them to do things for them, and I'm a pussy ass spineless bitch. And I did everything for them for the last, like, for the weekend. Mood? Yeah, pretty much mood. So, like, why even play games if you don't want to engage with it? You know, the reason people want to, like, play games is to play casually or just to have a story, you know? I mean, the same could be argued about gacha games. Gacha games are very casual, and most people don't play gacha games past, like, the casual phase. Nobody really does the hardcore. And some gacha games just play itself. So why would you engage with some gacha games? Like, I'm trying to think. There's like one gacha game that literally is just plays itself. Literally AFK games. AFK Journey. Glad things are turning better? Yeah. Hopefully. Things are turning better right now, but it can easily turn around. And that's the scary part. But I think most of the time people just engage with games because they want something casual to play and just relax. Gotcha? We'll see. We'll see. Life is strange. Beat them up, thank you. I appreciate it. Funny thing is, like, I don't really have much people that I could vent to about these things, but I think what makes it easy to vent to you guys is that you guys are anonymous and you guys don't have any, like, play in my life. Not to say that's like a bad or good thing per se. Oh, I just realized this is not Fufu's hands, this is her hand. But it does make it easier for me to just tell you guys stuff, because I will never have that. We aren't Twitter, that's for sure. Yeah, he loves us. I absolutely hate you guys. Why don't you make a Persona 6 full visual novel? I mean, you never know. But the thing is, like, they are still RPG aspects. It's still light RPG aspects, the same way a gacha game has light gameplay, you know? To go this completely different direction, say like these RPG aspects are not needed, there's still a game to be played. Let's be honest. He hates us? Absolutely. Even if they do make the game easier, there is still a game to be played, even if it's not like, you know, the difficult game. He loves us for real, for real. Check under your chairs, chat. Check your mailboxes for compensation. I still want to get that set up. I still want to figure out a way to turn the stream into a gacha game. We'll find a way somehow, chat, to turn streaming into a gacha game where you guys get like compensation and primo gems. He wants us dead? Oh no, I need to give out compensation. What's the gacha? Basically, like, you guys have little characters walking around, you could dress it up. That's it. And then you guys have to use your sheep cookie to buy more outfits and stuff. I think there is something like that. What's it called? The thing where the little people are walking across the screen? It's like pixel something? You guys know what I'm talking about? I've seen other streamers have it. Like, is there a way for me to make it so that you guys have gacha items in there? Stream avatars, I found it. Is there like any equivalent to it that has something like that? Anime sprite editor, emote labs, Krita. Lossless scaling. Interesting. 3D mark, standable, crosshair, video editor, VTuber maker. There's a VTuber maker? I could make my own VTuber? VTuber studio? I could become a VTuber? RPG maker. Yeah. Can I gamble for Owo idol skin? We could. We could have everyone be Owo. Owo's on the banner, guys. We could talk about the Fluffles has a card pack. Oh, you can open on Twitch. Wait, what's that? Wait, what? Wait. Wait. Card pack? We could have card packs on stream that you guys could collect cards? Is it like individual cards so you guys get to have like your own individual inventory cards? Color me surprise. Tickle my pickle. I'm interested. Okay, maybe not that last one actually. Where have I heard that one? Tickle my pickle. Time to save up for the SSR sortie. Tickle your what? Is that not a phrasing? I feel like that's a phrasing that I heard somewhere. Tickle my pickle for a nickel. Yeah, there we go. It's a playful and risky idiom. Whatever floats your boat. There we go. See, I'm not weird. Zero pickle on stream. So much for SFW stream. Jeez. 12% on the OO banner. I'll probably go to Sheepies. Open a mini card pack every stream. Oh, that's interesting. Can we open like more than one? Can we have like an ETB? Can we have an ETB booster box? It'll be great. I'll have to look into it because I do want to have like something gacha related. I feel like having a gacha related something on the stream will be kind of funny. Is that belly button? I just realized her belly is showing. Sorry, belly button distracted. Probably using a redeem, yeah. But I want to make it so that you guys save your rolls, right? That way it's like it doesn't just go out nowhere, you know? Sounds like an addiction. I guess you could say it's addiction. Probably is. Don't get too distracted. Haha, lewd. I mean, name two better things that go together. VTubers and belly buttons. Not noticing tummy? I'm sorry. I'm not a tummy person. Something that sounds like something a translator would use instead of a normal phrase. Well, tickle my pickle! Are we here to talk about something to you guys? Woo-wee! That there stream be a streamin'. Are you showing tummy? Check under your chair right now. Check for compensation in the mailbox. I'll look into it. When I have time, I'll look into it because it would be fun to have some sort of gacha aspect. Because I haven't been using your sheep cookies because we haven't had the sheep shop. But it'd be really cool to do something dumb. I love gimmicks, guys. I don't know if you could tell this, but they call me the gimmick VTuber. Like I said yesterday, they call me Alin Laphel. It's gonna have a pipe bomb. It might. It might also have that really sound metal pipe drop sound effect. Only because you would be Bando. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Pipe bomb. Or was it lemon? Lemon! 27k keep cookies, yeah. We need to have something to spend your cookies on, you know? And if it's something that you could show off on stream, it'd be really fun. But the thing, okay, here's the thing. The one thing I'm worried about that though is part of the reason I didn't want to implement something like that because I didn't want the chat to devolve into everyone going exclamation mark avatar or exclamation mark role. And I get that's good for, you know, statistics showing that there's engagement on your channel. But I want my engagement in my channel to be more than just that, you know? Like exclamation mark fish. I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on it now that I think about it. I do want like, I thought about it. I don't want it to just be like sound clips rolling and videos going, right? It's your boy, exclamation mark, it's your boy, the Gacha King. Stop, we don't have commands. Because like, I've seen it with other channels where it devolves to that. Honestly, we have a really good balance with our channel. Like we have a good balance in like emotes and chat, right? You guys aren't just emotes only. You guys aren't just commands only. Set a cooldown 30 minutes to an hour. I guess that's an option, but then like it'll be like a first come first serve, right? Or can I limit to what's it called? Can I limit it to just like specific numbers per day and stream? Hey Albie! I have some water actually, now I think about it. It boosts engagement. I don't want to get engagement like that though. Blue. I want to get engagement like with people chatting. Put on emo only so you could think for a little. Okay, let me try. Hydrate. I'm putting on emo only chat. How do I do this? Can I've never done this before. Emo only chat. Alright. There you go, guys. Show me what you got. Explain to me the meaning of life using only emotes. The cat. Except for YouTube. YouTube is kind of free. This has no like effect on them. Now that I think about it, when does emo only mode come in handy? Chat, can somebody explain to me like when are you supposed to use emo only mode? Like I just thought about it. Like, wouldn't it be better to have like people actually chatting about things? At what point would I ever need to set my chat to emo only? Scab? I guess it is kind of a scab when you think about it. When people spam slurs? Is that a thing people do? Because isn't it like banned immediately? I could talk. I'm almighty. Yeah, YouTube chat is free. Alright, I'm gonna set you guys back up. That was an interesting experience. We also have subscriber only mode and follower only chat. Do we have a follower? Followers can chat if they only followed for at least 3 months. We lost everybody in the chat. Who would use that? Honestly, who would do that? 3 months? I literally have no emotes. Oh. I'm free here. No, get back into it, chat. How dare you overwhelm the system or bypass the system? Freedom. Pipe bomb. But we'll see. I want to do something dumb with my stuff. I just don't know how to do it yet. Hey Asher, you're free from the chat. Let my chat to free. Set it to 3 years. Like, who would set that? Like, how many people would set it to 3 years or so? This is Asher. What is... Okay, guys, I got a question for my... What's it called? Why does it show this on the YouTube side? Is this like an auto-translate? Because why does it keep doing auto-translate for things that are in English? What post book? Oh, man. I have a lot of post books for you. Okay, so there's like... Let me go pull up, what's it called? I'm always happy to help. But I don't usually use Tokyo Otaku mode for buying stuff, but it does have a good like English library of books, of Japanese books, right? I would definitely recommend them. DM me. All right, I'll show some of them right now on stream though, because I love talking about my books that I have. That's kind of cute. Sorry, I got distracted by the figures. Loves his lewd book. They're not lewd. You're lewd, chat. Let me see. How do I navigate to this site again? I do want to get out of same post syndrome. It just takes practice. Alin posing. Let's see. It's good to have reference books, right? But I would say the easiest one, like you could buy it from here. It tends to be rather cheap, more expensive, but because shipping prices. But there's a lot of good reference books on Tokyo Otaku Mode, right? You just have to look between them. But like, there's like one here for draw pose lessons, right? There's one that's like chibis. The chibi one I would definitely recommend because it's a good practice to take something small and expand it, right? But there's a lot of like books here that I like to use as references. There's also photo books. Some of the good photo books too, like are pretty good. Like, ooh, can I show this? Her booba's like literally sticking out. Maybe not. But if you go onto like the photo books on Otaku Mode, there's actually a lot of good photo books that you could use as references. Totally not lose, not like you had to censor you trying. Yeah, no worries. Have a great stream. Alright, have fun with your grocery, Albie. Thank you for jumping in and telling me to hydrate. Slabbers the water. But you could buy them from Tokyo Otaku Mode, but I would recommend some of the books there because they're pretty good. Like, I wouldn't recommend, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but I wouldn't recommend like the Western, like how to draw manga books, like Christopher Hart, because they're taken from a Western perspective, turning cartoon into anime, right? Like Christopher Hart books are pretty bad. He's gotten better at it, but the original Christopher Hart reference books were really bad for learning how to draw anime. Her booba sticking out. Looky here, chat member. Looky here. That's what I grew up reading. Yeah, there's good start, but they don't really go into depth, like with it. You want to make a book? I don't think I can make a book because a lot of the things I do draw are just by feel. Like, I think that's what makes it different. It's like, I don't know. Like, I have some intuition with things, and I've been depending on my intuition. But yeah, I think there's like a lot of books that, they're good nostalgia, but they wouldn't make good learning books. Honestly, too, like, you can learn a lot from standard books, but there's some things that you can learn from just looking at anime books, right? Studying the way they do their pen techniques. And I know people say not to learn from anime, but you can learn a lot of things from anime. Color techniques, pen techniques, like looking at it really closely just to see what kind of techniques they use. If you finish Offtask, I do want to do that one day. One day when I finish Offtask. Release the Alin files. Wasn't there something that happened on Twitter recently that recorded files? I don't know why, but I feel like I'm getting some sense of deja vu that somebody was like, release the files, and it was talking about someone's drama. So much drama nowadays. Can you guys not drama? Like, can you guys stop? Or something? Man, I'm a little hungry though. I'm a little hungry. Falls onto the ground, cries like a baby. Ooh, I'm hungry. Sorry. I think I've been influenced at Twitter. Alice said to stop, yeah. There you go. I still like Frikey in this picture. That Frikey is pretty cute. I'm kind of worried. I'm going a little crazy. I've been going crazy for the last few months. In a while with the UK thing. I don't know what that situation is, but I think Sorty was mentioning it before last night, saying like probably don't want to talk about it because it's pretty bad. Something like that. I love that face. Yeah. I drink juice before mango, papaya, and pineapple mango are drama free. No, cancel him. Knows all the drama. There's a lot of things that have been going on. But just do whatever. Just enjoy yourself. Are you a Discord kitten? I have never begged for a Discord Nitro. In fact, I really wouldn't be using Discord if it wasn't for streaming. So, I am not indeed a Discord kitten. Nya. Ooh, ooh, Nya. Your little kitten needs a new Nitro. Wait, let me do that like a chest voice. Ooh, Nya. Your little kitten needs a Discord Nitro. Meow. Rolls on the floor, looks at you longingly. Ooh, ooh, nya. What does that make me? I was given a... You are now a Discord kitten, Pixel. You cannot escape it. Give me Nitro, need emotes, nya. Nya. Very talented. Damn. Meow. Meow. It's like worse than the worst thing you could imagine is so better not to talk on stream. Yeah, I get that. I heard that was pretty bad actually. That probably wouldn't want to bring it up on stream. ASMR time. We did do that one time we did ASMR. Remember that? The beat you up NATO ASMR for that one anniversary. We even have the pipe drop sound effect. Same telephone format, yeah. Like I said, they have some of those books on Amazon. So what I would do is I would copy the title or the author and bring it onto Amazon before I buy it from a Tokyo Otaku Mode. They charge up the wazoo for shipping. But they have a good catalog of books, really. So I would just bring it to Amazon. Morphs into a cat. It gets hit to a car. Guys, I'm turning into a cat for some reason. Meow, meow. I think I'm going crazy. Bounded up violating bodies ASMR. Is it just gonna be screaming? I like doing so too, yeah. Really? I think like what's it called? If you don't mind Amazon JP, well then again, I don't know how tariffs are doing. Like back then I used to buy some art books from Amazon JP because they actually do international shipping and their prices are much cheaper than buying it from Tokyo Otaku Mode. But I don't know if they are still the same because the fact that Trump and their shipping, or Trump and his like tariff stuff. So there might be a possibility that it might not be the case anymore. I miss buying things from Japan for so cheap. I mean, technically, it's still cheap to buy from Japan because like $20 is like $10 here, 2,000 yen. Can't use it because I live in Texas. I get that. Region lock could be. There's a possibility, but there's a lot of websites that you can find the books on. They're making it harder to ship from Japan because to steal your stuff if they don't like it. Oh, my art books. All my art books. How dare they take my Atrian Odyssey art book just because there's cute anime girls on it. Kind of cut my nails the other day, so I think I'm kind of declawed too. No, declaw is a completely different thing. Declaw is making sure that you take out the whole claw so it never grows back. It's scary. I'm sad. I'm sure there's some other avenues. You should probably check Amazon though. Like what I would do for Amazon, like let me see. In fact, I think I have some books in my cart that I'm still waiting on. You should use Amazon and its recommended book list because it would lead you to other books. Let me see if I could give you one of my books. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I get why they do it, but I don't think it's good. Got the closer book. The ports were expensive. Yeah. Anytime that you have to do shipping overseas, it's really expensive. Also, I kind of want to get that art book. I saw like some of the closer characters. I was like, wow, these closer characters are flat. They're really flat. They're flat in personality. Let me see. I thought I had some books. Oh, here's one of my favorite. If you want a fashion book, this one's a pretty good one. And there's some poses here. There you go. This one's a pretty good fashion book. I don't have a debit card. Oh. They don't have a, what's it called? PayPal and Amazon? I thought they did. I recently downloaded all the PNGs, so hit me up. What if I just do a closer's art book to close it all? I never played the game, but wouldn't it be funny? The front claw, not the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's much crazier than I thought. Dang, I thought they do PayPal and Amazon. Another option then is Booth. Amazon or Pixip Booth. Pixip Booth allows you to use what's it called, to buy materials. I have some art books that I bought from Pixip Booth, and there's a lot more art books I do want to buy from Pixip Booth. But you could use PayPal here. Like one of my favorite pose books is this one. There's a lot of really cute pose books here from this creator. There you go. I like to use their post books for like try to think of commissions. And then you could go from there and just navigate the Pixel booth and find a bunch of different like reference books and graphics, right? Oh, this one looks really good. Ooh. Here, I can recommend this one specifically. It has a lot of good poses, and this one is in this one does have PayPal support. What's the point? Decline the cat? Yeah, I think the thing is like people declaw the cat because they don't want to get hurt, but that's like, you know, Alan sharing lewds with they're not lewd, guys. You're lewd. But I am planning to use some of those books for SFW commissions that I got in because I haven't the clueless to make a NSFW pose, but I will use those books. That's cruel declaw clats. It is same as neutering. It's not for the health, but for the convenience, yeah. But the neutering, though, at the very least, I get a little bit more comparatively. Are these digital? They're digital purchases. Gonna close this Thursday. I'm gonna stream in the server close. Darren, I will get your commission finished by then. That way, you'll be able to use that thumbnail. I think it's actually very close in the queue too. I'm just having to finish this one because I do need to finish Fufus. Soon, Darren, your commission will be finished. Soon.tm. Okay. Shame for your game, though. It's kind of, well, the thing is, I feel like when games this big close down, they usually have a future game that comes later in some sort of same universe. I noticed that King's Raid is coming back. I never thought King's Raid as a gacha game would come back, but I heard it was really bad. Crusader Quest got a game on Steam. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is getting a actual game. So we can just, the most we can hold out for is in the future that they make a regular game out of it. Where's my commission? Right here. Check your compensation box. Check your mailboxes. But I'm noticing companies are like more and more opening to the idea of releasing the game as a regular game. So when's my Concord? Check. How many times have I said that joke? I have to stop. Oh, you know what they say, the rule of 3, Alan. You can only make the same joke 3 times before you explode. Check your chair right now. You say that, but the recent phone game got closed in one day. Yeah, I think it just depends. I think I've been noticing a lot more that companies have been straying away from gacha games, which I think is better. Like, I think Dragon Nest is getting a standard game recently, right? A standard paid game that plays like the original game, but you basically have to pay a upfront cost, but it doesn't have any gacha elements for now, right? So I do think the trends are shifting, which I think is a good thing. But we'll see how it goes. Makes more sense because cats are left, yeah. Cats and puppies, which is always so sad. Kitties and puppies. The love game that announced their opening and the same tweet, yeah. Kind of shame too, like Love Live could have made a good like standard like Project Diva kind of game. Which is kind of a shame because we haven't gotten a Project Diva game in a while. I think it's just really expensive, especially bringing things to the West. Things are crazy nowadays. Oh, drowning deep in my sea of lonely. Broken, a servant I be. Would you give it to me? I knew the rest of the song. Let me sing that for you guys while I'm drawing. Easy go to Japan. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Let me go buy a $1,000 ticket to go to Japan to buy this $50 game and come back. Alright, you ready? Can you feel that? Oh shit. Oh wow. I need my nitroglycerin. Is $9 for these books? Yeah. They're pretty good. It's because they're, what's it called? They're Japanese yen. And the dollar is actually very powerful right now. It's powerful everywhere else other than America. Drowning deep in my sea of loathing. Broken your servant, I kneel. Wait, no, I should sing it in a monotone voice. You brought your first book? Heck yeah. It seems what's left of my human side is slowly changes in me. Will you give it to me? Looking at my own reflection when suddenly it changes. Violently it changes. Oh, there's no turning back right now. You've woken up the demon in me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down. I think the heart's microwaving your brain. I think there's more than that, just microwaving my brain. Oh, wow. Wanna see what I brought? Yeah, sure. Be sure to browse it too. There's a lot of reference books. Don't just lock yourself into one. I'm glad I'm able to help you in your art journey. I always like it when I get to help like artists become artists, you know? Especially nowadays, it's really hard to become an artist. So having like moral support or at least like educational support from other people is always helpful. If you guys want to be an artist in chat, I'm just telling you right now, chat, if anybody wants to be an artist in chat, I am 100% behind you. Oh yeah, that book. I have that book. I sent you more flat tax. Let me see. You guys are just sending me DMs now. I guess this is it. Dang! Wow! Whoa! Oh wow! I accidentally clicked it and it zoomed in. Wow! 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 Whoa! Wow! Wow! They're so flat in personality. When I get more colony, yeah, that's a good idea. Reinvesting. The thing is too, if you ever turn your business, like if you turn your art into a business, you can do tax write-off on your purchases. I've been doing that with my art books, so it's both beneficial that I get to just like get my art books, but I also get to write it off on my taxes. Hit 101? Nice! Just keep at it, honestly, Asher. You got two ways you can approach it. Consistently post things, right, of your OC in funny positions and doing silly things, or you just do fan arts. You got this, Asher. It's difficult, but nothing in life is ever easy, you know? Put your best foot forward and show the world what you can do. That's what I say. I'm doing VTuber. Heck yeah, that's a good way to start. I started off with VTuber fan art. And honestly, I still want to do VTuber fan art. Do you know how many times I want to draw Gigi doing stupid things? Like, I was watching their Berglund gnomes, and I just... I had a dumb idea for a drawing, right? I wanted to draw Gigi... It's not gonna make sense out of the context, right? I want to draw Gigi with the other half of Cecilia like holding up her legs like this, and then like Cece like over here is like give me back my legs, and she's like, I must now perform CPR to you. I really wanted to draw that, but I haven't gotten around to doing that, and it's too late now. Scared of blowing up in a way. I think the thing is, take it at your own pace, right? If you blow up or your art blows up, you know, it blows up, but just make sure that you keep a level head at you, you know? Man wants Mint to notice him. Mint has noticed my art like several times. Hasn't really like, you know, done anything with the art, but she noticed it, she liked it, and I think that's all I could ask for at this point. But if Mint Fantumi of Mint Fantumi fame does want to commission me in the future, who am I to say no? You know, I wish Mint, you know, it's one of those things. You just have to draw some Mint fan art that you really like. I like to, what I would like to do with streams is like, I will listen to them in the background while drawing. Then I'll make a doodle of like a funny moment. Like with the Gigi thing, I would have made a funny doodle of it if I had more time. But since you have more time, Asher, you could always do something like that. You will collab with Mint and like it. I don't think Mint will ever collab with me, and I think I accepted that. Both Mint and Ina knows Alin, yeah. I don't think I'll ever have a chance to collab with my Oshis, and I'm okay with that. I accept that. It would be cute and fun, right? But if I could draw or do a project for them, I would be happy with just that. Admiring my Oshis from the distance, sitting in the cup chair. I learned more about the cuck chair because everybody's also talking about it. You guys are sick freaks. Because I work from home more time. What do you mean? Oh no, I don't mean it like that. I mean like when somebody's like starting off art, they usually have a lot more time than somebody who's working in the art field, you know? This is what you call the cuck chair? Oshi cuck chair? Yeah. I think it's funny though. I find the cuck chair, like the whole thing about cuck chair is really funny. I can't believe I never really heard about it until recently. When you guys introduced it to me and then like seeing it online now more and more with people talking about it. I don't know, it's just really funny that there's like a chair in every hotel room and I never realized that until recently. I'm like, wait a second, why is there a chair in every hotel room pointed at the bed? She became crazy because I don't draw. No. So I would say no. No one knows why every hotel has it. Yeah, I never realized that until recently. But it's hilarious. It's really, really, really fun. How do I make art more fun? Okay, this is a very good question, right? You don't... So, question. My question to you is, what is your purpose for making art at the moment? When you're drawing art right now, is it to improve? Is it to draw for commissions? Because if you are feeling burnt out or you're trying to like part of it is because you're doing art as a job. But when you do art for fun, that's when you start having fun with it, right? And technically I am doing art as a job, but all my drawings are for clients who give me creative room. So that's why for me, it's just really, really fun to draw. But I think for other people who have difficulty with it, they have to acknowledge like what their reason for doing art is and try to shift their kind of like mindset, you know? You don't want to really, in my opinion, if you're starting to draw art as a job and you find it really difficult, it becomes really hard to like your drawings because you have a different goal in mind. But if you want to have more fun with your art, experiment, have fun with it, you know? Draw things that you want to draw or draw things you never thought you would draw, right? I'm sure you'll impress her. She'll make you her boyfriend, introduce you to her stream as a brother, as her brother in Soft World Hunger Impossible stuff. That's impossible because Mint like girls. Except for Snake. She likes Snake. Draw for fun, escape my real life. I think like you need to know what you like to draw, you know? For me, I really like drawing cute anime girls doing cute things. That's like my favorite thing to draw. If I'm not drawing cute anime girls and I'm like drawing just cars and stuff, I'd be probably miserable with drawing. So find that thing you really like to draw that you know you're gonna draw for fun and not for like, you know, any other reason. That's what my biggest advice. And it's something that gets lost often in the world of advice for artists because oftentimes people are focused on that grind on getting better and stuff. But you have to remember, and I think I also fell into this trap too because when I was starting off drawing, I also drew to just improve, but I was so miserable because all I was doing was drawing lines, drawing circles, focusing on anatomy, all that stuff. I never really drew for myself, which is drawing cute anime girls doing cute things, right? I was literally spending like a whole 3-4 months just drawing lines and circles, right? And I won't lie, I did get good pen control. Like I'm able to draw like pretty good lines and circles, right? But I was really close to quitting drawing because of how much I got tired of just doing that. So make sure to always remember why you want to draw and what you like to draw because that's gonna keep you moving forward. Get better? Nah, I'll get worse. Draw sticks. Let me draw you a stick right now. I do like sticks. Cecilia Immigrant. I like dancing more than drawing as a hobby, but drawing has been fun too. At least it's something that does take physical energy. I could zone out, draw my dancing poses, made a dance animation. There you go. So I would say like just be experimental and fun. If you like dancing, you can always try to incorporate one of your drawings, you know? And try not to hold yourself to high expectations, you know? Like try to just like loosely do things. Like if you want to do dancing, you can always just like do loose poses, right? Things like loose poses can help you kind of have fun with it. And when you see something, just lock into it and try to make it better, you know? Experimenting Madoka. Ah, you wanna draw cute anime girls and boys? Wake up 3 a.m., take a watercolor bath, eat acrylics for breakfast. That Alin Laphel diet. Tyrant. That's my lifestyle, guys. But yeah. Lock in. Yeah. Lock in, chat. But I'm always happy to help artists. I really like making sure that artists grow. Because I may not be the best of artists, but at least I'm starting to make it somewhere. And if I could pass that down to somebody, I would be happy to. You know? I'm so cheesy. They call me Alan Cheesy Lemon Squeezy. Have great poses for... Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Two, like, also, don't worry about like a lot of mythology stuff. I know like people say don't trace starting off. But if you find it fun to be tracing, then trace, you know? Just don't claim it as your own. I think that's the biggest gripe a lot of artists have. You can trace, and you can use it as a vehicle to learn to draw better, but do not ever post it online and claim it as your own. You're the one I'm commissioning? Yeah, I think Alan's trying to force us to check our own art. You know what though? I would be happy if you guys do pick up art, you know? Like, even though it means that I have one less client, if you guys have fun with it, as much as I have fun with it, then I think that's good. You know? Like drawing old pictures so I could relive them in a new way. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. Yeah, so lose the fun halfway. Then just draw the fun part for now, right? And then figure out the later part later. I would say too, a lot of it is practice. If you're finding yourself struggling with something, it's because you're not practiced with it. And that's one way to see it, where it's sort of like, okay, you guys seen this in video games, right? Let's compare this to a skill tree in video games. And this is like something that I just realized it recently. For example, what if you say, I'm not really good with eyeballs, so I don't really know how to draw eyeballs. But then you say like, okay, I'm gonna learn eyeballs. But honestly, like, it's a little bit more difficult to start there. And the reason you're having a hard time understanding is because there's a lot of prerequisite skills. Oh my gosh, English. That you need to kind of help you understand it better, right? So it's like you need to learn more about spheres. So drawing a sphere, you need to learn more about perspective, right? So being able to understand perspective, you need to learn more about shapes, right? So when you have a better understanding of these skills, you'll better understand how to draw eyeballs, you know? And if you're struggling with something, instead of like trying to figure that something out, try to think about like what skills you need for that, like a skill tree. Because you won't be able to like get that skill set unless you reinvest into earlier skills. You could use my earlier works examples. I'm not good at drawing eyeballs, so I'm gonna get one IRL for reference. Pulls out eyeball. It's just one of those things though. And I would say too, don't let my, like, what I say be the end all. Because technically what I say is my experience, right? Everybody has their own experience, but this is what I learned from my own mindset. But you guys know yourself better than I do. So I think the best thing to do when it comes to art is experiment with different ways to approach things, right? Because something they don't ever tell you about being an artist is a lot of being an artist is problem solving on the fly. What tools can I use to get this effect? What tools can I use to get the type of like way I want it to look, you know? So you have to like use as your knowledge of tools expand, you can increase the different types of rendering techniques you'll be able to use, you know? Even now, I'm still learning about tools that I want to use myself. I think it's one of those things, chat. It's one of those things, right? But you'll get there. You'll get there. I never thought I would get there, honestly, but you guys will get there too. It just takes hard work and dedication. I think the most important thing is not to give up. Like that Japanese person in the rice paddies. He's like, I'm in the rice paddies, pulling rice every morning, but you know what? I don't give up, and neither should you. Never give up. You know that speech? You guys know that speech? Let me see. Then never give up, orange juice man. I think he was the orange juice man. Let me see. Gigi's playing Grand Blue Endless Ragnarok? Here we go. Never give up. Hear him out. Yeah, why are you quitting? Just try a little harder. Don't give up, don't give up. Think about all the people who cheered you on. You're almost there. Look at me harvesting rice. Atlantic clams, though. It's Atlantic clams. Never give up. We can't see him. I know you guys can't see him. You guys know Japanese now, so it's fine. I just want to draw for myself. That's good. How to draw food. So I'm drawing my VTuber since she runs a cafe. Oh, that's a good way to approach it. Also, okay, another thing too. If you want to really get better at drawing fast, right? Create a project. Something that you really want to make. And don't worry about like if you have the skill sets for it or not. Because part of the application of creating a project is that you learn the skills that you want to have, you know? So create yourself a project that you have to draw things for. Like for me, I created like that visual novel project and it got me drawing a lot of things. The Hollow Live in a Month project, Hollow Month, Hollow October, the VTuber, Inktuber, like those kind of things, setting yourself a project will really, really get you drawing, you know? Reminds me how someone has a redeem, but instead of activating that, when activated says give up. Dang. Shading stuff like anime hair seems like a massive topic though. I mean, the thing about shading is that, like I said too, it's like your own technique. You have to like look at the ones you like and see what they do. It's something they taught us in the art field, is that learning from the masters. But the thing is, most of the masters are either dead or will never ever get in contact with you. But you have to look at their art pieces and see, right? Arigato, Arin-san. Yes. Like say like I wanted to learn from Blue Archive, right? So if we look at the Blue Archive style, right? Like say like learning from the masters. I'm watching the master right now. I'm not a master, guys. You know I'm not a master. Like if we take this picture from K, right? From Blue Archive, like learning from the master is observing what they do. What kind of depth, like what kind of colors do they use? Okay, they're like point out the things that you can learn from it. So, so here we could see that the lines are lighter than the actual outline. Okay, here we see a solid color for their eyes. We can see here there's no bottom. Like look for all the things you can observe, right? Here we have a shading. How does the shading work? If we look at the relativity, that's what they taught us in art class. You want to look at the art styles that you really admire, right? And learn from the masters, you know? See what they do and pick up on some of the skills and techniques, or try, right? Like I said, going back on it, like another thing like I said, it doesn't hurt to trace, because you want to learn how to do it, right? So you're saying become a gacha artist? Yes, become a gacha artist. For me, it's like I like gacha art. So it's like, okay, what if I want to take, like, I want to learn their outline style. Okay, let's see. Let's go over it really quick and see how I could emulate their outlining style using my pens, right? So it's like, this is where tracing comes in handy. It gives you an idea of like how you do what they do, right? And give you a better feel for it. But like I said too, do not use trace as evidence of your own skill. Use it as a way to progress your own skill, not as a way as evidence of what you can do, you know? So now I can look at this and say, okay, what can I see from here from the original that I could implement in my own, right? Okay, so they use maybe like a bit of gradients with some of the outline, right? So maybe like over here is a bit lighter compared to the other side. See? Things like that. No bottom. Did I just get big chest on bottom right? Big chest on bottom right. You're saying become a gacha artist. Tracing can be good or bad. Yeah, it can be. I think tracing can be good if you let it be good. Pretty much. Gonna mail you a pipe bomb. Check your mailbox. But yeah, I would say those are like some techniques that I did beginning, right?
And then another thing too. Okay, so once you get past the phase of tracing, here's another thing that they taught us in art class that's really, really handy, right? So you could do something like this, and they call it the transfer system, right? So what you want to do is you want to break up the drawing into frames, right? So let's say, give me a second. I'm trying to find my thing. It was easier in real life because you would just use a ruler, but in here it's harder to do, unless a grid, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do it quickly. Okay, so like per se, how this frame thing works is you do something like this. You break the drawing down into frames like so. The more frames, the better for understanding. And then you have a blank sheet with that same amount of frames. And then you study every single frame that you see and try to transfer it over, right? So this is a technique they taught us in my art class, which I thought was really cool. So like you look at this, it's like, okay, so I want to do something like this. It's towards the bottom right. We have something like that, right? And then we also see something like this. And you do that for every single frame. You study each frame like intricately to get an understanding of like each like piece that makes up the whole drawing, right? And you do relevancy. It's like, okay, so I can see this goes up to this part and this part, right? So that's around, like that's off. So it's around here to here. So then I could just draw my line there, right? So that's the thing. That's another technique that I could use. Draw, and I want to do a couple compare. Want to go back to that, but more fun from imagination. Here's the thing though, imagination is, what is imagination but a reference book built up in your head, you know? So learning and just reiterating and doing things over and over is a good way to build up your imagination because it's your visual library, you know? Your visual library of everything that you absorb throughout your art career, basically. So a lot of that stuff is like things that you pick up. Okay, something like this. Doesn't it help that there's a sunlight bouncing off my tablet right now? So that's a reason like you want to like pick up on a lot of different skills too, because building up your visual library means that you can pull from like, I guess as it is now, I have a pretty extensive visual library, which is why I'm able to do some things without having to look it up. But I know there's some things I don't really know, you know? You get what I'm putting down, chat? You understand the words I'm putting down? You're looking through a lot of Madoka art? That's good. Here, there's a good art book by, here we go, Naoki Saito. Let me go find it really quick. And I would highly recommend this, right? This is a really good book to read through because it really does put art into a different perspective, right? I would highly recommend this. There you go. Because a lot of it goes over some of the things that I'm talking about, right? But now Naoki Saito is a artist that done Dragalia Lost and Pokemon art, and I really, really like their art style, right? Let me show you. Naoki Saito. They have a really good art style. Very, very cute. Very, very funny. Okay, maybe not the funny part, but they have a very cute, colorful art style. They've done a lot for Dragalia Lost, right? Their art style is so nice. And I really want to have like an art style like that, right? And then like you look at Dragalia Lost. Cute. Yeah, they have very cute art. Like a lot of the characters in Dragalia Lost is designed and drawn by Naoki, right? Very, I miss Dragalia Lost. I heard there's a way to play Dragalia Lost, but I have to find that. I have to figure that out. But yeah. He's the one that wrote that book I put in the YouTube chat. Let me see. Oh, it looks cute. You're doing good. Maybe when I get some money from commissions. Yeah, I get that. It's something that takes some time. Right? Don't need a rush. I'm just providing all these things for you guys. Right? Have them in the back burner. If you can't get it now, could get it in the future or never get it either. You know? But those are the things that like I like to look at. Also, don't be afraid to go like to Barnes and Noble and just like browse their art books, you know? The nice thing about Barnes and Noble is that it's kind of free to just look around. So one thing I like to do sometimes is just like go to a Barnes and Noble one day and just like take a look at some art books. Just look through it, skim through it, read it. And if I really do like it, I do buy it. But don't underestimate what's free resources. The library, Barnes and Noble, right? Sometimes it does help to just do a field trip to a Barnes and Noble or library just to see art books and just peruse them, right? Perusing. There was an art book by... There is an art book by... Oh, you're talking about like an art book, like how to draw book? Probably not. But there is a art book. Let me see. 1 second. Let me grab my tablet. It's in the sun. It's starting to turn into a hot out. You could always buy like one of the art books that they made, like the what's it called? The art collection of Madoka. That way you could take a look at all the art references for the series. The Eurocamp. Oh, I seen that one. It's actually really, really cute. But it also has really good set pieces. Like if you look at it, like the one thing I like about Eurocamp is like they have very beautiful scenery. So they make it really good for like coming up with backgrounds and stuff. Da 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 da. I love the Eurocamp opening. Madoka is my favorite anime. It's dark, but it's what got me to drawing. That's good. Remember your inspirations too. I think it's always good to remember your inspiration. Always remember what inspired you to draw in the first place, you know? I'm no professional. Despite what everyone says, I'm definitely not a professional yet. But I'm giving you all these from not a professional point of view, which I think is always important. Like thinking about things from a non-professional point of view is always nice. One day I'll be a professional poop poster. They call me Alin Professional Poop Posting Fell. He can't stop pooping, chat. He keeps just posting poop jokes. Our community to spice it up. I don't know what's really... That's what I really want. Just want to have fun. I would say have fun with it first, right? And if you want to improve, that's when you should probably join an art community, right? But for now, find your enjoyment in what you do by yourself. Because if you can't enjoy it by yourself, you can't really enjoy it with other people. In my opinion, at least. You could try it though. I mean, like I said, everybody's different. For all I know, you might have a different feeling. You might feel better that, oh yes, I need to join an art community now. You know? Like, take what I say with all the salt in the world to the point where you become, you get a heart attack. What kind of analogy is that? Because, you know, everyone's different. It's an acquaintance. Thank you for always helping me. Yeah! I'm always happy to help people. They call me Alan. He has to help everyone FL because he can't stop helping people. Really help a lot. Yeah, I'm glad. I do that for a lot of people too. You're not the only one too. There's a lot of people that ask for assistance, whether it's like streaming advice, art advice, but I'm always happy to help people. I want to make sure that people are always successful in what they do and they find the same passion that took me a while to find. I feel like having someone talk about things like this always helps. It's gonna make it even harder though when I get cancelled. Because it's gonna be like, oh no, that person I like, Alin Laphel, he became a scumbag. He didn't complete my commissions. Now he's cancelable. This is it, guys. My cancellation arc. I'm setting you up for failure. I'm gonna become like your favorite VTuber, then I'm gonna get like a Google Doc. And you said you guys have to hate me. Stop saying that! Apologize for blowing up my DM. No worries. I get to them when I can, so... As long as you guys understand that, like, I'm usually not around, then yeah. It's just a lot of work. I feel bad spending so much time on something. That's what they call a hobby. And it's good to have a hobby. If you are living your life with no hobbies, you are gonna have a hard old, like, age. Because you're gonna realize there was nothing to you other than your work, you know? Find that hobby, and if art is your hobby and it's something you enjoy, gonna make me cry with the whole Google Doc stuff. Google Docky. Don't worry, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Haha, hee hee, it's joke. I'm graduating, chat. It's joke. Everyone's freaking out now. They're like, oh no, no, I made the same joke that Mint did. That's when you know I'm a Mint fan, to me fan. You better be joking. I'm joking. Even Asher can't cry, cancelable. Put that on the Google Docu chat. Write that down. Da, 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 da. There we go. Yeah, look a different color. Understand, then. If I try to be someone in the public space, I should be a scumbag since the first minute so I can get away with it. No, you can't do that because, well, I mean, that technically, isn't that what happened with that one VTuber that's going through it right now? But yeah, I think you can't do that. I think that's what happened with a VTuber I saw having drama recently. That I happened to draw recently, which I'm not going to hold it against them. They seem like a sweet person when I drew them. I always worry about that too. Like, I'm worried that, like, I do commissions for everyone and I try to not, like, make any exemptions, right? I want to treat everyone the same way, right? But I wonder if one day that's just going to get me into, like, hot water because I'm so friendly and open with everybody. You know? Because, like, oh, you drew for a VTuber that we don't like. What VTuber drama? It's, I forgot what her name was. But involved that one guy, that's all over the place. Chibi? Not Chibidoki, but Chibi something. Something about that. I don't know the full situation outside of what I've seen on Twitter, but it's interesting. Theme? Yeah, it's always drama. There's always drama going on. Chibi reviews? Yeah, something like that. Don't know the guy, so I can't really pass judgment on them or anything. But honestly, like, the whole situation is just a mess. I think, like, there was a Mugen video on it. I have to see what this is. It'll probably fill me in better than just, like, reading tweets online. This? More like that. Hey, Mickey. But I always worry about that. Since I do commissions for a lot of people, I'm always worried because I did draw one of the clients or one of the people in that drama, right? And I always thought about it like I've been thinking about it recently. Like, if somebody who gone to drama recently asked me to commission them or ask for a commission, would I do it? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't mind personally because I never hold it against a person, right? Like, I shouldn't hold it against a person what work is, technically. As long as they're not using the art for malicious means, then I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if they commission me. Exposed us to many conversations we shouldn't hear. Yeah, I think a lot of these conversations should have been private, but you know how people are. They like to basically speak out loud. It's productive, but it's a very slow process. Definitely a slow process. But the thing is, it only starts off slow. You get faster as time goes. Also, dog. It's a job. Yeah. But I do think that if, like, people are going to come to me for commissions to feed into AI or to use it for, like, attacking other people, then that's a problem, you know? But if the person plans to use it for business purposes, like, say, thumbnails and such, who am I to hold it against them, you know? Hey! It's like a dog. Dog. That's why I have in my TS. Yeah, I think it's also individual, right? Like, some people don't want to deal with drama, and I won't blame them. But I think it's important to figure out your stance on it. And I think I had to think about my stance recently, thanks to the whole thing. Like, I don't hold Chibi or Deem into, like, low regards. Like, if they commission me, then fine. But at the same time, like, I can see why people will get upset at me if I do a Chibi commission or if I do a Deem commission. But yeah, I try to treat everyone the same, no matter what. Unless you're like literal Hitler or you've done something really bad in your life, I don't see any reason for me to hate you. And I always like to think people will change. Sort of like Cinder, that one VTuber that got into a lot of drama. I'm glad that she came back and is trying to make a change for things, right? I like to believe in second chances, third chances, and people can, like, change their direction and path in life. So So I want to give people a chance. Even people that use AI art too. Like, I like to think that like if they're coming to me for a commission, I'd be happy to do them a commission as long as they don't feed into the AI, right? What got you into drawing? Literally just like drawing cute anime girls. Drawing cute anime girls doing cute things. That's literally what got me into drawing. And I'm glad I get to do that for technically a living right now. At the moment. You just like poison. Keep drinking it, hoping people will get sick. Yeah. I think that's a thing too. That's definitely true. But I do know also there is like so little time in the world to just hate on a lot of things or hate a group of people. Let bygones be bygones. You know, people are stupid, right? If people are willing to change, give them a chance. I'm gonna watch the Mugen video. I'm gonna see what it is too. But I can't be that bad. Unless you like literally killed a person, it can't be that bad. People could be I'm not very positive people. I can think that's the thing too. Like I'm technically hopelessly naive because I know there is some people that are just hopelessly bad. But I like to grasp onto it. I like to grasp onto the idea that, you know, our worst moments shouldn't make us who we are. Man, PP Slayer's drawing is so complicated with her outfit. Why does she look like a PP Slayer? Now the dog is sleeping on my lap and it's starting to get hot. I might have to end stream soon because it's like starting to like get hot in my room. Starting to get hot in here. People low-key have too much time. Yeah! Yeah! I see that with... I see that from Twitter. Twitter is like... Twitter is a collection of people who have way too much time. Oh. It is a... How should I put it? I want to say people on Twitter like to comment on things they have no knowledge on. And I get a lot of it's like kind of rage baiting, but I saw one that kind of gets me a little like miffed, right? They were talking about movies and they were talking about like they're appealing to the TikTok crowd, but the movie is literally just like doing normal compositions of like having the character in the middle or having like the normal character pan to the left. But it's probably because people don't understand like composition and, you know, filming and all that stuff, and it kind of bothers me. They're talking about like, I can't believe they appeal to the TikTok audience. Even if you could hope to page people, some people do things. I guess that's true. But, you know, who am I to determine that on a person, you know? I can cut off ties with them if they ever get that far, but nobody's reached that far yet. I started drawing because I hurt my leg and stopped dancing. Oh, that's something. I love it when like people learn to draw because they're inspired by something, like whether it's like a downfall in their life, which, sorry about your broken leg, I didn't mean it like in a good way, but you know, something that pushes them forward to have a new outlet, you know? Where you draw every day. Sound like a fun idea? Yeah! Honestly, people should try that. Because PewDiePie was a really good example of drawing every day and getting better. But he drew with purpose, too. He was drawing with the purpose of getting better more than he was, like, just drawing whatever. But who's to say that you can't have fun? You know? Just have fun with it, chat. Ugu. 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 I'm thinking about, like... Was it Air? I think it was Air. Or was it Canon? I think it was Canon. It was one or two, right? And they had like the Ugu girl going Ugu. They said break a leg, but didn't mean literally. Good old classic visual novel, Ugu. And it wasn't Air. I think it was Air. Could it be Canon? I don't remember. It's like when Zoomers are arguing about their silly, shaggy dog story over who's the main character. Yeah, I think a lot of people are too close with the internet, and like when you realize that, you start feeling better about like reading things on the internet because you realize people are like that because they're jobless behavior. I hate to say it like that, but there's a lot of people with jobless behavior online. My favorite way to describe it, jobless behavior. somebody who hasn't really like worked in the field or worked a day in their life explaining things like that. Like, don't talk to me about composition of a movie or anime without actually understanding why they do that. Don't talk to me about how an animation seems stiff when they're doing it like as a background character that's not supposed to be the focus. Persona characters are real. They are. People are something. I don't have a job. I guess I have jobless behavior. I mean, like, I guess, like, by definition, but I mean it in this. I mean it. I get it. To be fair, trailer was vet underwhelming. I don't know what that is, but I just know like that's what people were talking about. You didn't offend me? No, I know I didn't. I was going off the bit. Very? I haven't seen the trailer itself, but I'm just defending the decision for the composition of the shots, right? I lost it. That happens. That's life, sadly. But it's all about how you bounce off it. Like my professor always said. I worked at Mickey D's? At Disney? Oh, McDonald's. I was thinking like Mickey D's nuts, but then I was thinking like, wait a second, that's not a Mickey Mouse thing. that's a D's nuts joke. Did I just D's nuts myself? I worked at Disney. Not yet. Winky face. I think like working at like a studio is much more difficult and different than people understand it to be. It's not like just drawing. It's drawing for somebody else. There we go. Isn't it kind of wrong to defend something if you haven't seen it? Well, I'm defending not the, what's it called? I'm not defending the trailer itself. I'm defending the argument of the composition, if that makes sense. I lost my job because I had a knee injury. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Hard to not let anyone negatively influence you. But I guess I should see the trailer. But I do think that, like, on a surface level, that's what I was thinking. Be a rat, but not a popular one or social one? If you're not making it off your art, what's the point? The point is having fun. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The thing is, I don't think I ever had anyone tell me that, really. Funny enough, a lot of times that when those things happen, it's usually internal kind of voices saying it to you, you know? A lot of internal voices can be very strong. Like, one thing I like to do is like, I like to try to count the times I heard someone say something like that to me. Just to see if it's real or not. They had me work an English speaker around a language barrier. Got labeled a racist. That's crazy. Actually, funny enough, guys, I actually never had a... Is it called blue-collar jobs? I think that's what they're called, blue-collar jobs. Like the type of job that's like, say, McDonald's or working a cashier or working as a waiter. I never actually had a job like that, so... I want to have one day just to see what the experience is like, but I heard people hate it. So I don't know if I really want to. I was just asking to be put in the mix since I can't speak Spanish. I could have made some money, but it's not meant... Yeah, I think only do it if you really want to make it into a business. But if you don't want to make it into a business, just have fun with it. I hate it, yeah. I heard people, like, it's pretty bad, and some people are all over the place. But I was thinking about it too because, like, I saw they were hiring at Panda Express, and they were doing, like, $20 an hour. I don't know if you'll actually get the full $20 an hour. And I was thinking about, like, how much I'm making compared to that. But I was also thinking, like, if I didn't had art, like, I guess I could apply to Panda Express. $20 an hour doesn't seem like the worst kind of job. Especially since I guess I grew up at a time where, like, the minimum was, like, $7. That's a work experience, yeah. Because you have to work with people who are hungry. And people who are hungry are usually angry. I usually work in kitchen. I was thinking about that, too. I think working in the kitchen might be better. And I'm a cook. I could cook. I don't have a degree in cooking, but watch this. Cooks you into a hamburger. Cooks a hamburger into you. Makes you into a hamburger. Turns you into a hamburger. See that? Hansen gets a lot of negativity, especially as a guy. I don't think it should be a bad thing, but I get that. Guys, yeah. Just have fun with it. The thing is too, I think sorta like a lot of that was kind of like high school behavior. And you know what? I always find it funny. We kind of never really like leave high school when you grow up as an adult. No matter where we go, there's always like a high school clique. Like I said with the VTubing thing, it feels like there's a high school VTubing clique. You could kind of see it with some people. One thing you learn when you become an adult in the real world is you never really leave high school ever. I used to work at a meat plant before where they kill the animals. Ooh, that sounds scary. Oops. There we go. PP Slayer has been slayed. Official PP slayed. It's more like tribalism than high school. Yeah, but I like to call it high school because high school is pretty much it. You have your mean girls, you have your jocks, you have your nerds, you have your cliques. Especially in the VTubing sphere. I know they had like VTuber prom, and I was like, I talked about this before, and I don't know what happened to it. What happened to VTuber prom? Did they still do it? But I was kind of like cringing and growing. It's like, ugh. VTuber prom? I mean, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, but it's definitely not for me. What happened to VTuber prom? You have your comment removed. Your comment removed? What happened to the VTuber prom? I'm looking this up really quick. You're actually capturing. Nice, that's good. I guess it just disappeared. Is today a blood moon? Sorry, I got distracted by a post. What is the moon cycle phase tonight? Are we in a blood moon or a red giant? Okay, no, we're not. Why did that person post that then? What happens if VTuber prom stays? Is VTuber prom? Yeah. Probably too much trouble. Alright. I think this is a yeah stream and not an R stream, yeah. But you know what? I kind of need it because I needed some way to decompress. And the best way to decompress is just talking about stupid things with you guys. Am I right or am I right? I said chat member. Non-paid chat member in my chat. After everything that's happened, I need to decompress. Or else I'll explode. Groups because they lack the courage to stand their own seek approval. I get that. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think like if it helps you grow, then let that be the case. But you do need to find yourself, your true self, persona. Da 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 da. So much, so blood zombies today and dripplers. I get that joke. I get that joke. And I am hungry. Okay, I see the spots I need to clean up. I wonder what I should eat for dinner. I wonder what's for dinner. Dinner. Mocking. Alright though, I probably should get going. I need to go drive out and I still had to take care of things as usual. They call me Alin. He does so much things, Laphel. He can't stop doing things or he'll explode. Fog here will make the sun glow red. Oh, I see. So there is like a blood moon. Alright though, thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. I'll probably be doing art stream for the rest of the weekend. We'll see, maybe next week if I catch up with things, we'll do some video game streams. Right? But at least I got this part done. All I have to do is draw the background and then I can send it to Fufu. And clean up the blood too. Gotta make it so there's more blood. But thank you guys for coming. Yeah, I'll be sure to get myself some rest. I know recently it's been a lot, so I'll be sure to take care of myself. But hopefully my advice and my yapping has helped you guys. Or if not, hopefully I entertained you guys. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for having a good stream. And thank you for seeing me come back to the world. Getting together a lot of talents to take a bit. Well, it's more like, I think they were just doing it for fun, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's what happened with like the Minecraft thing. Overwork yourself, always fun. You guys are always fun too. Alright, bye guys. Take care. Have a good night. Ah, I'm getting sucked into the void. End stream. Bye! I just realized the music has been off the whole time and we've just been listening to crickets. We have not been listening to any music, have we?